Why not start 3 minutes early? I'm sitting right here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Warrior Queen. Happy Friday. We made it. It's July 10th. Look. At least they can't take that away from us. Right, Heather Lewis? Right, Cassia Ann? Good morning, Cassia Ann. Good morning, Heather Lewis. Good morning, Rachel. How's everybody feeling here on a Friday? Friday, July 10th. Oh my God. Good morning. I woke up, I want to say, 15 minutes ago. So it is very much. Good morning, Sandra M. Gobin, too. Good morning, Pelero. Hi, Karen. Hi, Karen. Oh my God, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom. Drink a cup of coffee first, right? Drink a cup of coffee first. No! Drink a good morning, Michelle. Drink a cup of coffee now while starting, so that you can let everybody else enjoy the rev up as the coffee takes hold. Good morning, Allie Hutchins. Yes, we are here to throw cards of advice, but first we have to open up this session with a card for everybody, a card that will tone set this Friday. Oh, it's Friday. Jesus. Help me, Jesus. Tell us what we can do. Tell us what we can know about this Friday, July 10th, as we open up the Friday, July 10th session of Tarot Morning Wisdom with me, your friend. Open phones. Are we ready? Here we go. Amen. Are we ready to bring love into our weekend? Are we ready to bring in awareness that to be empowered in the realm of the heart is to be able to hold all of the emotions with strength, so that one is never eroded by the so-called negative emotions. One is never thrown out of balance. One understands that one's heart is beautiful and able to, and in fact designed to hold all of them, and that heart does not require an army of armed sword guards surrounding it at all times to keep it safe, but that its safety comes from the fact that it is so powerful. Friday, right? Let's do it. Open-hearted Friday. Open-hearted Friday. We're gonna do open-hearted Friday. We're going to throw cards at your questions for free. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Jones. I'm broadcasting to you live from the world's most glamorous place, Hollywood, California. Yeah, I know. And I look down and I see that Lara is here and has already gotten open next to their name. Thank you, Lara. That means that they clicked that fan club link up there. And if they take that step, if you take that step toward me, I take 30 billion steps towards you. Oh, Cassia Ann and your secret admirer. I'd completely forgotten about that. So then, Lara, we will begin with you. Will Yusuf and I make it through this rough patch? I love that question, Laura. I'm sorry that you and Yusuf are going through a rough patch. I'll add this to this. I'll add this to that. How? How might Yusuf and I make it through this rough patch? Cards, can you give Laura a little tiny piece of advice on how she might be able to improve her position as it pertains to Yusuf and this rough patch? Well, look, there's your advice. Perfect. Thank you, deck. This is your advice. 2 of Cups falls. Now, what does that mean, Laura? You're like, okay, yeah, I know. Be loving, what is that? No, it's the number 2, Laura, which means that, like, the message that I would take away from this for you, if you're going through a rough patch, is to bring it back down to the very absolute basics. This is a card about what again? Balance. Balance. The balance in the number 2. Purity. Simplify everything down to this. Simple. As simple as it gets. And make it entirely about love. Not about brains. Not about passion. Not about this or that from the material world, but strictly about the heart. and see if that helps. And then set your passion free on its crazy fire horse. How about that, Laura? Does that hit? I hope that does hit. Good luck working through your rough patch with Yusef. Melanie wants me to predict whether Jorge is coming back. I understand that. It's Terra Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Melanie says, is Jorge coming back for a fresh start? Let's see what the cards have to say, Melanie, but I will say to you what I always say to everybody. These cards can't predict what dudes are going to do ever. Not ever. Dudes are just too unpredictable. But they can give you some advice on what you need to do while you are sitting there with your face pressed against the glass, waiting for Jorge to come home. All right? Melanie, here's what my cards have to tell you to do. Melanie, for whatever reason, my cards want you to, again, go to the twos, to the simplicity and the basics of the twos. And in the material sphere, Melanie, which means take a look at how is your health doing? How is your material condition doing? Is there some balancing that can happen there? This card recommends looking for that and then trying to maintain some flexibility inside of that. Trying to maintain a little bit of looseness. Look, there's a tower on the bottom of the deck, but I'm not going to make too big of a deal of it, Melanie. While you wait for Jorge to come back, make sure that is happening, that you are in some form of basic balance so that you can grow upward from there. Oh my God, it's Terra Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Rachel, get over here. What should I understand about Dan getting himself... Rachel, Dan got 2 puppies? Oh God. You know, Rachel, I say this with so much love in my heart and gratitude for you, Rachel. I love that you come through here. I cannot wait for the Dan era to sunset into a different era. What should I understand about Dan buying... You know why? Because I don't want to think about Dan buying 2 puppies. Why is that so annoying to me? You're not crazy. I find the idea of Dan buying 2 puppies to be absolutely, at this point, just on what we've talked about, it's infuriating. I'll say it. But so you want to know what you can take away from that? All right. Here's what the cards have to say to you, Rachel. Oh, well, okay, look. If this is what it is, it's just a message of, pure love. Good morning, Zoinks. The 6 of Cups is here to show something about, childlike love, all right? Maybe Dan just got swept into the emotion of childlike love when he was staring at 2 puppies somehow, not just one, and decided to bring them home. I don't know, Rachel. Are we really going to worry that much about Dan? How much longer are we going to worry about Dan? It's Terra Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm taking your questions with my cards for free. If you click the Fan Club button up there, then you will get an open next to your name, and I will be able to read your question faster. And look, I know it costs 0.04 cents. I know, you have to skip a few meals to do that. I appreciate it. If I see the open, I'll read your question earlier. Right, Michelle? Will talking to Michael do any good? Will we ever have anything? Sorry, I garbled that question. Will talking to Michael do any good? Will we ever have anything? Let's find out what the cards have. Thank you, Wandering. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Michelle. How you doing, Michelle? Everybody say hi to Michelle. Hi, Michelle. Let's see if talking to Michael will do any good. Parentheses, will we have anything? Michelle and Michael. Will talking to Michael do any good? Yes. Yes. Will we ever have anything? Probably. It's the Ace of Wands. Look, it's the Ace of Passion, Michelle. Do you think that there's access to an Ace of Passion in this situation with Michael? I bet there is. Get in there and find out. Get in there and find out. Ace of Passion. Whoa. Heather Lewis, who was here very early, asks, will I ever have another kid? Queen, I don't know. Am I wearing a big fortune teller's turban? Am I holding a crystal ball in my hand? Do you want another kid, Heather Lewis? Let's see here. Let's see here. Interesting, Michelle. All right, Heather Lewis wants to know if they're going to have another kid. Okay, everybody, because you get your little snare drums out and give me a nice, like, group drum roll. Perfect, thank you. All right, Heather Lewis. Cards, you're being asked to prognosticate whether Heather Lewis will be granted another baby. Come on! Heather Lewis, my cards, which are terrible at predicting whether you're going to have another baby, want you to climb upon your Knight of Swords horse and get some information of some kind. If it's about, good morning, Karen. Good morning, Helena. If it's about having another baby, this card would attach to the idea of stepping to the side of emotion and going after accuracy. But pursuing it, hot pursuit, like Smokey and the Bandit style. Yowie Lee, what the bleep? What's up, Yowie Lee? How you doing, Queen? Been a million years. Does that hit? Active Mind. Wandering Moon, get over here. Wandering Moon, what's the commercial concern that needs more customers? Everybody say hello to Wandering Moon, please. Wandering Moon asks, Grand Rising, Yowie Lee. Good morning, Mary Lou. Let's see here. Wandering Moon asks, how can I attract more customers? Tell us more, Wandering Moon. Tell us more. You have a little bookstore and you lead retreats? Everybody go follow Wandering Moon right now. I'm doing that without actually having been to the account yet. But Queen, we want to go follow somebody who's starting a little bookstore and leading retreats. How can you get more customers? Look, you just got hopefully at least one more eyeball on your thing. Let's find out what the cards have to say for you as it pertains to building your business. Wandering, you're writing a book about your dad? Congratulations for having the courage to do that as well. Writing a book, baby. Sometimes I walk up to the mirror and I'm like, are you ever going to do that, Phones? Are you going to write a book? And honestly, I don't know if I have it in me. I don't know if I've got the bravery. It takes guts. It takes guts to write a book. All right, here we go, Wandering Moon. Here's your card. Creativity. Heedless creativity, Wandering Moon. This is the Empress 3 in the realm of fire, in the realm of wands. So, if you're seeing the realm of wands, they're symbols of creativity, procreativity, and spirituality, rolled all into one. 3 of them means be actively creating. Don't worry so much about orthodoxy. Just get in there and create. Give yourself permission to really, really go there with that. And feed your situation with that creative fire. And this is not a set of swords. This is not saying, oh, well, you better think your way to the top, Wandering Moon. No. You better create your way to the top. You better, and also, I think that is a way of saying, infuse your thing with your inspiration, your personal inspiration. Oh, it's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones. And I'm throwing cards of your questions for free. Mary Lou's got an open next to their name. Good morning, Mary Lou. Thank you for getting an open. If you want to do that, you click that fan club button, and I'll see your question a little bit earlier. Mary Lou says, will I see Jerry this month? Mary Lou, let's find out what the cards have to say as it pertains to you and Jerry. You know that I'm not sitting here predicting too many things, Mary Lou. Like whether Jerry's going to turn up this month. How the bleep are we supposed to know what Jerry's going to do? Maybe Jerry's going to be doing some other weird Jerry thing. Let's find out what the cards say. Mary Lou says, will I And here's our recurrence of the day. It's the 2 of Pentacles. Mary Lou, again, my cards are marching you right to the face of this person in the 2 of Pentacles and saying, how can you make sure that your world right now, not later this month as you sit there pressed against the pane of glass, waiting for Jerry to walk up the driveway, question mark. How can you make sure that you are in balance with as it pertains to your material conditions, your health? Let's start with your health. Is your health doing great? Is it balanced? Is your money balanced? You know what I mean? Like, that's the recommendation of that card. It's certainly not a card that says, get ready to give Jerry a big fat kiss on the driveway. I hope that if you want to see Jerry, you get to Jack K, aka Warrior Queen. Speaking of accounts that you might follow that are here hanging out at the Tarot Morning Wisdom chat. Warrior Queen. If you like high quality TikTok content, go follow the Warrior Queen. She will make you smile and laugh. She understands how to use this bleeping app, and she's one of the few people from my age cadre that seems to understand the first thing about this app. I highly recommend the Warrior Queen, but only if you like high quality TikTok content. If you don't, please don't follow the Warrior Queen. You'll be sorely disappointed. All right, Jack Hay says, should the sun set on Edward and I, your face is against the glass. Oh, Lord. Dude, I'm with you, Warrior Queen. I'm with you. Should the sun set? This is an up or down vote, deck. It's an up or down vote. Should the sun set on the Warrior Queen and Edward? Whoa. This is like playing sort of Russian roulette with the deck. Here we go. Should the sun set on the Warrior Queen plus Edward? No! Oh, God. And you know that I'm letting the deck speak here, because if it was just me, I would be like, yeah, burn it down. It is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is there to say, well, you're on a mission of faith. You are hanging in there. You are literally encouraged in this card to choose the inconvenience in aid of the larger mission. All right. On the bottom of the deck, the Learner. Look, I just transmit the information. Deck says it, I say it, you hear it. I hope that hits. I hope I didn't encourage you to just re-up on another 10 million chapters of drama. Oh, thank you, Warrior Queen. Warrior Queen and I went 13 cards deep in a private reading. That's why I have such a good rapport. Charity. Will Darwin ever read? Okay, we're going to try to predict whether another dude's going to do something. Charity, get over here, Charity. How you doing, Queen? Well, and welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I am throwing cards at your questions for free. You ask in the chat, I answer. Friends, if you've got it in you to share this broadcast with your friends, I've been told that's very helpful. Very helpful. Charity, will Darwin ever reconnect with me again? Oh, Charity, I don't know. Charity, is your face pressed against the glass? Are you staring at the driveway waiting for Darwin to walk back up? Oh, this metaphor's got legs. Here it comes. Charity. Boom! Oh, I'm so sorry to... Excuse my throat. I'm so sorry to have to report that you got a 7 of Swords there. You know what this card's all about, Charity? This card is all about understanding that sometimes our brain is capable of telling us that we have to create an illusion world for the moment, for the good, that requires us to carry around all these thoughts without their sheaths and cut our hands to ribbons. Basically, it's the idea that, you know how sometimes you can be like, you know what, I'm not going to tell them that, because if I tell them that, they're going to feel this way, and it's just going to create more problems. So I'm going to not tell them that. I'm going to tell them this, and there you have a bunch of swords in your hand. And you're carrying them around. You're opting in on that. And it's a huge pain in the butt. And sometimes you drop all the swords on the ground, and everybody sees what you were doing and say, why do you bleep and lie? Watch out for that kind of struggle in the realm of authenticity. That's what card you got for Darwin as you sit there and press your face against the proverbial glass, staring at the driveway, waiting for him to come out. I hope that hits. And Charity, will you please come back and let us know how it goes? Oh my God, Beatrice, come over, Beatrice. Beatrice. Good morning, Beatrice. Would you, everybody say hello to Beatrice. Good morning, Beatrice. Will my daughter Gabby and I ever reconcile? I am so bleeping sorry to hear that you and your daughter are estranged. I cannot imagine a world where where me and my daughter were estranged. It would be something that would be like a car alarm inside of my heart if I had that happen. So I imagine you must be in so much pain. I'm gonna add a word to your question. How will my daughter Gabby and I ever reconcile? How? Because we got to keep it constructive rather than just predictive. Like, what if I were to pull a card, Beatrice is like, no, sorry, no, you never will. Says who? Says who, Beatrice? So how can you and your daughter Gabby reconcile? Let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. Balance in the realm of the mind. Now, this is, without knowing the ins and outs of your situation, the Lord knows there's a million different ways that one can become estranged from a loved one. Card that falls here is the Two of Swords, which says something about clearing the mind. It says something about creating a deep sense of simplicity and peace in the mind. It suggests that perhaps there have been an excess of swords. There have been too many thoughts, all in competition. There's so much, and there's always conflict inside of that, isn't there? Is there a way to rebalance the situation and make sure that it's at peace and productive, and that if these two swords are symbols of you and Gabby, that there a beautiful balance is happening instead of a Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi style beatdown? I hope it's of use. What's on the bottom of the deck? A King of Wands. Ah, man, I feel like Beatrice, the cards want to do like 13 cards on you and tie something together. There's a lot of plot happening inside of that. I wish you all the love in the world. Please come back and let us know how it goes. Don't forget to be active inside of your pursuit, okay? Don't forget to be... What do you mean, blop, blop? Get over here, blop, blop, bloop, blop. Will I get sober again? Sorry, I just saw that. And everybody say hello to Bloop Blop. Bloop Blop, get over here. Bloop Blop, welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. Are you here, Bloop Blop? I require that you answer me in the chat. There you are. No, there you aren't. There you are. What do you mean, will you get sober again? Here's a card. I'm bringing you in whether you like it or not, Bloop Blop. Everybody, this is Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free, Bloop Blop. Bloop Blop wanders into this chat today. I don't think you've ever been here before in your life, right, Bloop Blop? And you said, will I get sober again? And I'm going to tell you this. That is a question for you to answer, and you alone. There is no god of sobriety that's going to bonk you on the head with a bleeping magic wand. Well, parentheses, unless ... etc. But let's just get you a card of encouragement. Bloop Blop's worried about getting sober again. Bloop Blop, do you feel like telling us what you're trying to set yourself free from? Is it booze? I set myself free from booze. Bloop Blop. Best, most essential thing. I wouldn't be anywhere near any of this if I didn't, yes, booze. Well, guess what, Bloop Blop? You've come to the right place. I was going to die from that, but then I snapped out of it, courtesy of group psychedelic work, if you really want to know, and now I don't ever have booze and never will again. And I'm just here to tell you that it's possible, and that and I didn't have to go, like blah 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 blah. Bloop Blop. Here is your card to address the fact that you need to get sober again. This is a ground yourself in health card, Bloop Blop. This is the King of Pentacles, Bloop Blop, and this is also like it's like basically the idea of reconnecting to your body. Bloop Blop, this is prompting me to tell you how I did it. Part of what the medicine did for me was I reconnected to a sense of my physical body as being actually important, actually 25% of my existence, with the other 75% being, if you just do it the way the cards do it. Body, mind, spirit, heart. Reconnecting to my body and really listening to that voice and hearing that voice scream, "Stop killing yourself, please, I can't." That was the doorway I walked through. Okay? That was the doorway I walked through. When I heard that message loud and clear, it became impossible to unhear it. Bloop Blop, I hope you come back. Please come back, Bloop Blop, and let us know how it's going. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Good morning, Susie Q. Good morning, Yvonne. Good morning, Craptastic Kitchen Queen. Good morning, Yvonne. Again. Good morning, Andrella. Good morning, Lady Love 54. Good morning, Tuta. As I scan. All right, Maruna, you've got 11 little hearts next to your name, so I'm going to do it. Oh, and Mar, I'm going to get to you too. All right, now I'm going to do Mar first. Mar, get over here. Good morning, Mar. Good morning, Mar. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, Mar. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your question for free. Good morning, Struggle Bus. And Mar says, should I stay single? I love it. I love it. You know why? Because that is a question that these cards can answer. Cards, we're talking about Mar here. And we want to know if Mar should stay single. Here we go. Should Mar stay single? Should Mar stay single? Okay. Ready, Mar? Huh. Well, okay, Mar, this is look, like, you know how it is, especially in the minor arcana. One's question can be stepped past and addressed in a different way. Should I stay single? And then the card said, I don't know, you should get on your horse and make something real in the material world. It's almost like it's saying you should shift your focus towards pursuing something in the material world that you need/want to pursue. Do you feel me, Mar? Should I stay single? What does the Knight of Pentacles say about singleness? They don't care. They're on a mission. You know what I mean? Like, they're out there trying to get something that they need. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have a solo person, Mar, staring off onto their horizon and saying, what shall I create? What shall I create? Be creative, be an actualizer. There's zero romance. There's zero romance inside of that, any of those cards. So I'm just going to... Buttery Flake, are you actually here? Whoa. Cindy, get over here. Come here, Cindy. Everybody say hello to Cindy, please. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Will my husband stop engaging those services? Queen. Tell us more, Cindy. What services? Queen. Not those services. Cindy. Will my husband... Yeah. More? Oh. Cindy asks... Will my husband stop engaging those services? Okay, Cindy, let's just... Remembering that, again, the cards do not predict dude behavior. Cindy, I'm going to... I think we might be talking about those services, Struggle Bus. Yvonne, I'll get to it. Yes, Yvonne. I'm dancing as fast as I can, Yvonne, but I'm going to read your question, I promise. But Cindy asked if her husband's going to stop engaging those services. Cards say... No. Cindy, no. He's not going to stop engaging those services. He's got a little page of wands. What is a page? A page is a youth. And thus, is a page mature or immature? Immature. And is the wand the symbol of passion? Yes. May. Yes, I think it is. I'll find you, May. No. He's not going to stop engaging those services. I'm sorry. That's what the cards say. But like basically, what I would do is march directly up to him and speak your truth, Queen. Don't be sitting around saying, well, I guess he's just going to engage these services from now on, and I've got to live with that. Advocate for yourself, Cindy. Please, God, please. I beg thee, sweet Cindy. Oh, my God. Dawn D, good morning. How you doing, Dawn D? I'm looking for the people who've been asking questions that I've been missing. I know everybody's like getting... Sorry, I'm trying to catch up to the chat. Okay, I'm just going to do it fast. Tuta, will Aaron ask me out this weekend? Good morning, Tuta. Thank you for getting an open next to your name by clicking the fan club link up there. Look, I know. You click that fan club button, all of a sudden you look at your credit card statement. There it is. 0.03 cents. That's what it costs, or something. I don't know. All I'm saying is, if you do that, I appreciate it. And I see your name, and I see your question faster. Will Aaron ask me out this weekend? We're going to offer you something in the realm of you and Aaron. I don't know if he's going to do anything this weekend. Tuta, you are being beckoned to the sword of truth. You need to read, for whatever reason, sweet Tuta, when it comes to you and Aaron, you've been shown the sword of clarity and accuracy and truth, not the sword of emotion, not the cup of emotion. Sharpen your sword. Make sure that you are really seeing that situation for what it is, Queen. Do not allow yourself to get bogged down. Maruna. Well, Aram and I going to reconcile soon? Again, we're predicting stuff here, huh, Maruna? Let's find out what the cards have to say about you and Aram. As you press your face so sweetly to the glass, to the pane of glass, and you stare out at the driveway waiting for Aram to return. This is a positive answer. I'm going to give it to you. Maruna, sure. There's a possibility there for new love. Is that between you and Aram? I don't know. I hope so. Let's see here. Struggle Bus, a.k.a. Tyler. Get over here. Am I on the right track of life right now? That's a perfect question for these cards, Tyler. Good morning, Tyler. Everybody say good morning to Tyler. Good morning, Tyler. Am I on the right track of life right now? Is anybody? Are you? Who here is on the right track in life right now? I am. I say this with as much confidence as I'll ever allow myself to say it. Yeah, I am. Let's find out what the cards say to you. Am I on the right track in life right now? Yeah. You know what? This is a positive answer to your card, Tyler. But let me just put some light onto it for you. It's a 6 of Pentacles, meaning that 6 is the number of love. It's the number that attaches to the Lover's card in the Major Arcana. Therefore, you see self-love at the heart of every single one of these 6s if you want to. And you see the idea of achieved harmony. Grand Rising, Gina, how you doing? Good morning. And this is a card of, if you treat it as though you are giving yourself what you need in the material realm successfully, and that it's creating a beautiful life-giving flow, you want to be here forever. I feel like that's like saying yes. I hope that's true. Christina Lee. Oh, I've got to do Christina Lee real fast. You're very welcome, Tyler. Christina Lee, how you doing, hun? Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, where I throw cards at your questions for free. Christina Lee says, is everything going to work out for me, please? Oh, Christina. Good morning, Lacey. Thank you for those flowers. Is everything going to work out for me, please? Oh, Christina Lee. Who here can identify with that question? Is everything going to work out for me? Let's find out what the cards have to say to you, Christina Lee, about how you can make everything work out for you. Look, that's right, Christina Lee. Now, remembering that we're not prognosticators at Tarot Morning Wisdom. If we were, we'd be driving around in stretch cyber trucks, wearing diamond white t-shirts. But my deck wants you to understand something about your situation right now. You need to face whatever this is. You need to face it. You need to not run away from it, but run towards it. You need to remove the swords from the heart. You need to understand this card is here for your good, not for your bad. And you need to understand that it's connected to the Empress, which means it's connected to the creation of life. Our brain can bleep up our emotions. Our brain has agency over the realm of emotions if our brain is not parented by the Wands and the Cups. If our brain is not parented by the Wands and the Cups, then the swords get to run roughshod all over everything. Trust me, yesterday, and this is an always problem. Yesterday, from dawn until dusk, I was miserable yesterday. I was straight up unhappy, just absolutely unhappy. Why? Was there anything in my surroundings that was creating that? No. Peaceful. Coast is clear. No big deal. Only things to really be grateful for. Miserable. That's the swords. If you can calm those bleeping swords down, you'll be less likely to experience days like that. Oh, Angel, I'm answering that. Angel, get over here. Good morning, Angel. Everybody say good morning, Angel. Good morning to Angel. Will my marriage last? Angel, what's the evidence that tears and anger, Fei. Tears and anger, Fei. Misery. It's sword-inflicted misery. Okay, look, Angel asks, will my marriage last? What's going on, Angel? I'm sorry that you're going through that fire where you potentially are ready to walk your marriage out into the backyard and shoot it like old Yeller. Angel, I'm not laughing at you at all. I understand perfectly like what it means to be reckoning with that moment. Here it comes, Angel. Are you ready? Are you ready, Angel? Will Angel's marriage last? Yo! This feels good, Angel. All right, we got married last year. We're both... Wait. Hold on. Angel says, we got married last year. We're both something. You say, we're both you, which is cryptic, but I don't feel alive in it. I don't think we both do right now. Queen, this is a recommendation, Angel. You know what this is a recommendation to do? Angel, you're both young. That's great. This is a recommendation, Angel. Very simple, and it's right here in the artwork. To go find communal joy. Go find joy among other people. Get the circle wider, Angel. Can you populate your world with more human beings and do more fun things with them, Angel? Can you seek out the active moment of creative joy? Can you just get to the moment of this celebration? It sounds to me like your marriage could use some air. I don't know if that's true or not, but... What do you mean, Ramirez? I just noticed you right there. Oh my God! I gotta look at. First of all, I gotta look for. I know we have 0 friends in common. That's what's happening. Okay, well, look, Queen. Like then that's a solvable problem. That is a solvable problem. Be proactive. Get your friends together with their friends. Pieces together, but build community. Trust me. Without it, it's going to be really difficult to maintain. You feel me? All right, at number 1, I see Lacey Miser. Good morning, Lacey. How are you doing? Will I see Jake soon? I don't know the first thing about this. You're asking me to predict something. I'm gamely going to give you a card. We'll find out what the deck has to say about whether or not, thank you, Dawn D, about whether or not Jake is rolling through. Lacey... The 6 of Swords has dropped, which is a suggestion by my deck that you might need to protect yourself in the realm of emotion with your willful mind, with your positively calibrated willful mind. Protect yourself from emotional upheaval that may have thrown you out of balance in the past. You have the experience and the strength now to not be knocked around the same way, says this card, and it's time to deploy it. I don't know whether you'll get to see Jake soon, but my deck wants you to protect yourself and avoid the rut, all right? Steer clear of that bleeping rut. No ruts. Right, Dawn D? Thanks, somebody just called me the Wizard of Oz. Let's see here. I'm scanning the chat. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. Oh, Sammy Lee, get over here. Hi, Sammy Lee. Everybody say hello to Sammy Lee. Good morning, Sammy Lee. Are the bad thoughts I've been having just intrusive thoughts and not mine? Well, interesting, Sammy Lee. What is that? Tell me more, Sammy Lee. What are the bad thoughts you've been having? Sammy Lee wants to know whether the bad thoughts they've been having are intrusive thoughts and not theirs. Let's find out what the deck has to say about that. I don't know. I'm sorry you've been having, like, what you call bad thoughts. I mean, I guess I was just saying, like, it comes with the territory of being human, doesn't it? Sammy Lee, bad thoughts. All right, Sammy Lee, my deck wants you to ground yourself in the material world. Wants you to sit inside of the throne of the Queen of Pentacles and connect to the idea of Mother Earth, the idea of deepest connection to health, deepest connection to physical health. Look, and as someone who is very capable of swordsing myself to death in my sharp little brain, sometimes it's important to be reminded that the body also matters, and that the body actually matters as much as the brain, if not more. If the body starts to fail, what's the mind going to do except for experience that failure? The body is the foundation for all of it. So, focus there and see if that can't be peace generative so that you can put some of those bleeping swords down. Get over here, Gina. Good morning, Gina. What kind of energy can I expect today? That's an excellent question. Now, you will see, I found Gina because she got an open next to her name. She did that by clicking this fan club link up there. Look, I know. It costs you like 0.03 cents to do that. I appreciate it, all right? I appreciate it. I notice it. I take 10 steps towards you. If you give me 0.3 cents, I'll be right there. I'll be like, good morning, Gina. What kind of energy can I expect today? Oh my God. Sorry, I just got a violating, spammy text message from some political thing. I've rejected every single one of those messages for 3 straight years, and they still come. What kind of energy can I expect today? Gina, this is the kind of energy, what's suggested in a Native Swords in Pamela's deck, Gina, is that the energy that you will be reckoning with is inside of your own mind. That you might be tempted today to entrap yourself in a series of thoughts that leaves you feeling as though you're stranded on the watery beach. But that's a choice, is what this card's energy, what this card's getting across here. You can walk away from those swords. So scan your situation at all times to make sure that you aren't making it worse for yourself using thought and thought alone. Understand that true strength comes from being able to walk away from all that bleep, and experiencing the world with a liberated mind. You're welcome, Gina. You're welcome. Yvonne, get in here, Yvonne. You've been so patient. Should I give up on Kevin because I don't know if he still wants to be with me? He's distant. Bleeping Kevin. Right, Yvonne? Bleeping Kevin. Everybody say hello to Yvonne. Good morning, Yvonne. Look, Yvonne, we've all got a Kevin or two in our rear view mirrors as well. It's not easy, the Kevins of the world. Some of us only have to do the Kevin ride once, and then that's enough. Some of us have to go on it 1,000,000 times, right, Yvonne? Should I give up on Kevin because I don't know if he still wants to be with me, and he's been distant? Cards say, Yvonne, your job right now is to take care of your material condition, your health, your money, your situation writ large in the realm of the material. Just take care of your basics right now. Make sure that your basic bottom lines are all in perfect balance and that you've got your bleep together. That's what this card wants you to do. This card does not want you to worry about Kevin right now. Unless this is a picture of Kevin doing this. But I don't think it is. I think this is for you, Yvonne. Like it's saying, let's focus on what we can control. You know what I mean? That's another way to read that. Straw, I love you, but you can't just spam like that. I'm going to end up blocking you. Just know that. Just know that, Straw. I love your energy, but I will block you if you just won't shut up. Let's see here. Keeping it real has been generous. Can you see a change in my career and financial situation? I don't know. Let's find out. Ani, thank you for those roses. I appreciate that. Keeping it real. Everybody say hi to Keeping It Real. Hi, Keeping It Real. Can you see a change in my career and financial situation? I don't know. Let's see what the deck has to say about whether or not it sees a change in your career or financial situation. Boop. Whoa. Well, you've been given a King of Pentacles, Keeping It Real, which suggests that you will be in the ruling aspect of some material form, that you will be reigning over some kind of material condition benevolently. Yes, Joe, of course you can ask a question. That's literally what we do here. That feels like a positive. I hope that hits. Sienna. Get over here, Sienna. Sienna. Will someone love me entirely in 2026? Goodness gracious. Sienna, everybody say hi. Sienna, how are you doing? Is this your first time through the broadcast? Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I am answering your questions with my cards for free. Put your wallets away. Put your wallet away, Sienna. Get over here, Sienna. Will someone love me? I love you entirely in 2026. How about that, Sienna? There, I did it. Sienna, what can you do? What can you do in 2026 to best cultivate energy that will find you the love that you did? What the bleep did I just do? Hold on a second. I just did something scary. Swipe left to close. God, I hate it when I touch things that I don't understand in this app. I've literally made it so I can't see the screen. There it is. Okay. Sienna wants to find love. I'm coming back to the question. Will someone love me entirely in 2026? This is the deck recommending what you can do to increase your chances to get love in 2026. Interesting. We're going to the realm of health. We're going to the realm of the material, and we're saying, is everything in perfect loving balance? When I look in the mirror and say, when it comes to the material world, which encompasses my health and my general material condition, I can say with absolute certainty that I have been just and everything is in balance. I have given myself the loving solution to all of my material problems. Look at me, I'm so satisfied. Can you do that, Sienna? Because if you can't, then that's the challenge that card issues. But it's throwing it entirely in your court. Or it's answering your question predictively and saying, sure, you will. It's true. I'm going to put more coffee in this cup. I'll be right back. You'll be able to hear me. Yes, Tessie, I'll do it. Hold up. You'll be able to hear me do it. Walking over here, putting more coffee in my cup. Oh, I love doing this, guys. I love doing this. It's such pleasure. Such pleasure to spend Friday with my friends. Throwing cards. Okay. Let's boogie. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. We crossed 2,500 follows this week. You guys, thank you for making that number happen. I am in complete shock that this broadcast has generated such a warm community. I'm so thrilled. Hold on, I am uncensoring. We had a Bible thumper here, and I didn't even see it because it got censored. Sometimes I like talking to the Bible thumpers. Anyway, I'm here to answer your questions with my cards for free. I've just had really bad luck with men, for real, King. I'm sorry, Ani. Me too, historically. Brian, get over here, Brian. Everybody say hello to Brian, aka Bear6789X. Good morning, Brian. Will my disability paperwork finally be accepted? I'm so sorry that you're in that awful material world struggle, Brian. That is from hell. That is from hell. To be in a struggle in this version of the material world around disability paperwork and all that crap is absolute sugar and lice. I want to answer that. Good morning, sugar and lice. Brian. Okay. Give Brian some good news about disability paperwork if it's there to be offered. Well, Brian, I don't know. I mean, do you need a little chin chuck from my deck saying, mwah? You've gotten one. It's the King of Cups saying the King of Love is there. They're enthroned and they're empowered in the realm of love. If this is not aimed directly at your paperwork situation, it's aimed directly at your heart. Danny Darko, good morning, Danny Darko. Thank you, Danny Darko. Big, powerful, open heart is inside of that card. And directionality on the bottom of the deck. Like divine directionality. Brian, you're being pushed towards power by my deck. Pushed towards the idea of yourself as being powerful. Not as being weakened to the point where you have to sit around staring at a mailbox for some paperwork to go through. I hope that's of use in this moment to you. Sugar and Lice says, I've had a weird morning. Well, you're not going to change much of that by being up here talking to me. I'm asking for clarification. You're going to get clarification, Sugar and Lice. Sugar and Lice wants clarification because they've been having a strange morning. Open Phones says, yes, I will offer this clarification to you, Sugar and Lice. Are you ready to find out what my deck has to say? What does a deck have to say? I'll get to you, Joe. No, I don't think I saw it. Lay it on me. Sugar and Lice wants clarification because they're having a weird morning. What's going on, Sugar and Lice? Are you having like a Twin Peaks weird morning? Are you having like a poltergeist weird morning? The advice is to ground yourself in the material plane as a queen. Mother Earth is here. There's a way to read this card, Sugar and Lice, where the first thing the primary thing you do is walk out into a yard with a tree in it and flop down on the ground and just be in contact with the earth itself, connect to nature, and feel that power course through your veins. This is the nurturer's card, all right? This is the motherhood card sometimes. This is like the card of like, come here, everything's going to be okay. It's the warm hug of the deck. The warm hug that smells like beautiful leaves on a tree. That's your advice on your weird morning. I hope that it comes in handy. And you got to come back and let us know how that weird morning it evolves. Hold on. Joe, why is Joe's bleeping thing getting censored? Hold on. I'm doing censorship duty. Has Randy... Okay, Joe asks. Everybody say hello to Joe. Good morning, Joe. Has Randy's feelings of attraction grown more the longer we know each other? Oh, so wait, you're asking if Randy and you have a vibe that's growing. Joe and Randy. Is Randy a thing? Is there a growing attraction between Joe and Randy? I don't know. Let's find out what the deck has to say. Let's see what the deck has to say. Joe and Randy. Ha! Yes. In a word, Joe, you and Randy have something brewing. Something is brewing. I don't know. Right, Don D? Holy smoke, Joe and Randy. Well, look, I'll clear my calendar for the marriage. I expect to be invited, and I expect to be invited to officiate. Thank you. No, thank you, Joe. Jesus, the card absolutely marched you to a successful conclusion to that answer. Let's see here. It's Tara Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm scanning through here. Sheena. Sorry. Hi. Good morning, Sheena. Good morning, Serena. Oh, wait. Serena, are you still here? I'm sorry that your sister's friends treated you like garbage. I know that one pretty well. Serena asks, do any of my big sister's friends ever look back and feel bad for treating me bad? Oh, thank you, Joe. Joe, thank you. I appreciate your follow. I hope you have an enjoyable experience inside of the Tarot Morning Wisdom community. Serena, are you still here, Serena? I need to see whether you're here. Can you type the word yes into the chat? I wonder if you will. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. You got questions? You ask them. Eli's here, and Eli and I. Yes, Eli, I beat you to the punch. I knew you were about to type. Eli, your Tarot Morning Wisdom card for this Friday, July 10th, 2026 is as follows. Eli, you have some work to do in the realm of emotion. Do not shirk. Jakub, yes, put in your question. I'll read it and I'll answer it. Eli, you cannot shirk this work. You need to face up to whatever this card is attaching to in your imagination. Like any emotional work that feels like work, it's important that this actually does not feel pleasant so that you know that you're in the right place. All right? Push through whatever this is and find a way towards love of self inside of it. Okay, Eli? Be brave, be strong. Do not, Midnight Angel, mwah, have a wonderful Friday. Kate to the 7th power, yes, everybody can get a card. Here we go. Oh, Cherie, how you doing, Queen? Good morning. Let's burn through some people here. Jakub. Will Jakub Sagittarius win the financial paper on Monday? I don't know, Jakub. This is almost boring to me because my deck ain't going to be able to predict that. But my deck says this to you. Stay sharp. Stay inside of your enthroned sharpness of mind, Jakub. Be the king of swords. Be about sharpness and accuracy. Kate to the 7th power. I've been dealing with a lot still, and I was just wondering if there's any card for me. Yes, Kate to the 7th power. Good morning. Everybody say good morning to Kate to the 7th power. Good morning, Kate. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, Kate. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at everybody's questions for free. Kate to the 7th power has been dealing with a lot, and was just wondering if there's a card for her, and there is. Guess what? You've been given the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Fire, and said, are you ready to grasp this ace? This is divinity's expression of creativity, procreativity, and spirituality all rolled into one. This is the inseminating force that creates the universe itself, Kate to the 7th power. What are you going to create when you grasp this wand of fire? What are you going to create, Kate to the 7th power? How can you be the active agent of creativity in this moment of your world? That's the question. What's the answer, Queen? What's the answer? Chrissy J, you know you can. Chrissy J, me and you go so far back. When are we going to do 13 cards, Chrissy J? Oh, I hope it's soon. Oh, I hope it's soon. Chrissy asked for a general on this July 10th, 2026, and phone says, bien sûr. I'm trying to learn French, by the way. Here we go, Chrissy J. Your card for this Friday is as follows. Ooh. 8 cups fall, and Pamela Coleman Smith's artwork, which shows us someone walking away from the known quantities of emotion into the realm of mystery, intentionally and with power, is what your message for the day is. It's like, how can you reorganize your emotional world so that you are active within peace? It's kind of it's an interesting little card trick or energy trick that's happening inside of that card. But what you see here is a settled and peaceful 8 of cups depicting action, which is there's a certain tension in that, if you know what I mean. How can you go on some kind of an emotional journey inward, perhaps, or outward away from what you already have experienced and discover something new? That, Chrissy J, is what my deck wants to tell you right now. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions. Really? Really, Chrissy J? Well, I offer it to you. The deck sees. The deck sees you. Just be ready. Good morning, Annie. How are you doing, Annie? Good morning, Health is a Journey. Good morning, Charity. Good morning, Christy. Good morning. Yes, Joe, French is the language of love. It's also the language of vowel sounds that all sound alike. Jesus Christ. I mean, I'll just say this. Permit me a moment of frustration. It's dumbfounding to me how much of that language seems to be dominated by abstract vowel sounds. Holy smoke. I don't know. I mean, look, I am going to bleep and swore. I am going to solve it. I'm going to win. I'm going to speak French. But, oh my God. Ugh. Really, Dawn D? Dawn D, let's be emotional support friends around that. Oh my God. Charity, get over here. Will I overcome the challenges I'm facing and build a stable life? Charity, aka Cherry's Fashion Point. Of course, yes, Charity, you will. How? That's the question you gotta ask this deck. How will I overcome the challenges I'm facing and build a stable life? Understand yourself, Charity, to be in a moment where a leap of faith has been required, and you are making the leap of faith. Charity, the Hangman has chosen to endure this. The Hangman is up there for a reason, and they know it. Pistachio, how you doing, Queen? If you view your struggle as being divinely directed, and hello from Portland, hello from Hollywood. Do you understand what I'm saying there, Charity? It's like if you choose to see it through the lens of power, What the bleep? I hate how much censoring this app is doing this week, and etc. And other complaints as I spend all my time approving benevolent content. Let's see here. Chloe Lee. Well, Nathan, good morning, Chloe Lee. How you doing? Thank you for getting an open next to your name. If you want to get an open next to your name, you click that fan club link up there. Look, I know. You bust out your wallet on that one. It costs you like 0.04 cents. Look, thanks. You're only going to get thanks from me. I'm the tap dancing monkey, like hoping that you give me that 0.04 cents. But if you do that, I recognize that symbolically it means you took a little step toward me, so I'm going to take a step. I'm going to take 10 steps towards you. Right, Chloe Lee? Will Nathan and I reconcile and be together again in the future, please and thank you? Yes, let's find out. You want to reconcile with Nathan. You may be staring with your face pressed against the proverbial glass, waiting for Nathan to walk up the driveway. I don't know. Will Nathan and I reconcile and be together again? Cards, just answer her one way or another. No, Queen, you need to set yourself free. Chloe Lee, the Fool card does not just drop out of this deck for every little reason. Chloe Lee, the Fool card drops out of this deck when it wants to tell you something about setting yourself the bleep free. Understand the limitlessness of every possible moment. Every moment it has a potential for limitless energy and etc. Postachio, you have a wonderful day. It's great to see you drift on through from Portland. Joe, thank you for coming through. Set yourself free. Set yourself free is the answer to that card. I pray that you're able to hear that and put it to work. You fly home from working, Pistachio. Annie, get over here. You would love to hear good news for kids getting jobs. Well, let's see. Chloe Lee, I hope that hit, and I hope that didn't come through and rock your world with some shocking thing that the card's like, no, set yourself free. Annie wants a little card on whether their kids are going to get jobs. I hope your kids get jobs. Otherwise, they remain your job, don't they, Annie? Okay, ready, steady, interesting. We see a Knight of Cups fall here, which suggests something around going on an emotional quest, Annie. Is that attaching to some other part of your life? This is a positive card, Annie. I'll say that. But it suggests some form of a quest or some form of action in the realm of emotion. Oh, but then on the bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. They're going at, it suggests like people are moving towards the things that they need and want. Maybe they, I don't know. I'm not going to get us all bogged down in abstracts. I'll just say, without going a million cards deep, you know what I mean? Like, it feels generally positive. I don't know. Keeping It Real wants to know if I can tell them about their career, and the answer is yes. Good morning, Keeping It Real. How are you? Incoming, Keeping It Real is like, just give me a card for my career. Positive is good. I'm sorry it wasn't more like, yes, they're going to get a gig. It's like, you never know with these cards what they want to talk about. Keeping It Real's card for their career is the card of the emotional newcomer. Keeping It Real, how can you find yourself on new emotional territory where you are allowed to feel positive, where you're allowed to feel enthusiastic and young and not cynical and not burned out and not like you've seen it all before 10,000 times. Be a Page of Cups. Not Julian's mom, who for all intents and purposes could walk 15 paces and actually star as a co-star on this broadcast right now. Good morning. Not Julian's mom wants a card for their heart today, and they're going to get one. Here it comes. Are you ready? Not Julian's mom. Card for the heart. Ooh, you didn't get a card for the heart. You got a card for the spirit. And you got a card for the spirit that has a number 7 attached to it, which says something about being the charioteer in the realm of creative fire. How can you be reaching for the steering wheel of your creative or spiritual or inspirational intention today? How can you organize your energy so that it's not getting undermined by too many competing impulses, but is all unified in understanding of Self-love. Yes, I know it's so boring when I always harp on that. The self-love sixes, grab a seventh wand, and guide. That's what this card's there to show you. I got it yesterday for myself. Or was it yesterday? A couple days ago. At any rate, we can go deeper into that as necessary after this broadcast if you like. Let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones. I'm throwing cards to your questions for free. For free. Put your wallets away. And I'm scanning for people who have given me the little open. Oh, what the... Life is a sweet party. Have I miscarried my baby? Angel, get over here. Everybody say hello to Life is a Sweet Party, first of all. Life is a Sweet Party has come to the table here, vulnerable, and said, have I miscarried my baby, please? I am so sorry you're in this moment of crisis. Oh, Angel, look, you know Life is a Sweet Party, that I am not going to allow my deck to lapse into the realm of medical expert and give you some answer just because you asked that question in hopes of making you feel comfortable. You're worried about whether you miscarried the baby. You need to go deal with that immediately, obviously. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. But you've come right now in this moment to, yes, a stranger on the internet, and you want to see what the cards have to say. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you, Life is a Sweet Party, but I'm so sorry you're scared that you miscarried your baby. And you've got to promise me, Life is a Party, that you're going to go get it taken care of in the real world and not just sit here inside of strange abstraction. But let's just find out what the cards have to say, right? I mean, God only knows. Life is a sweet party. Is that what that is? Now I've got to crank back again. Hold on. Okay, we're looking for it. Life is a sweet party. Have I miscarried my baby? I'm not going to be answering that question with a one-card drop on TikTok. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to let this card speak to you right now in this moment. Oh, life is a sweet party. Are you even here? I need to know if Life is a Sweet Party is actually here. Yes, okay, look. Now, this is the card that dropped Life is a Sweet Party. We do not pull punches at Tarot Morning Wisdom, and I am not going to, despite everything in me wanting not to show you this card, I will show it to you because it did fall. This is, I beg you, not meant to be taken literally, necessarily, but you did catch this card. Card number 13. This is a card about one thing ending and a new thing beginning. It's not just about one thing ending. It's about a new thing beginning also. This is a card of evolution. Okay, I am giving you the symbolic heft of this card right now. And I am encouraging you not to get too bogged down on the surface level interpretation that's available inside this card. All of that said, Life is a Sweet Party. You have a huge responsibility to figure out what's going on with your body right now. All right? You have a huge responsibility. Yeah, Virgo Moon, man. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm getting rusty or optimistic. Anyway, Life is a Sweet Party. You need to address this right the bleep now, all right? And you need to come back and let us know how it's going. But something's changing. Let's just take it that way. Oh, I love that question. And if indeed this card is telling us something, just come back and let us know so we can support you in this moment. And let us take it from there. Life is a Sweet Party. But please, Life is a Sweet Party, promise me that you're going to go look at this. All right. I have got so much work to do. Milena is here. Thank you, Milena, for getting an open next to your name. Milena, you keep on giving me your name, but no question. Do you want... Okay, Milena, you've got the open next to your name. I think that you just want a card. So I'm going to give you a card, Milena. Everybody say hello to Milena. Hi, Milena. Good morning, Milena. Here we go. Milena, are you ready for your card? Are you ready for your card? Hey, Kathy LaFloyd, good morning. How you doing, Queen? Hey, Nonsensical, good morning. Hey, Marjorie, good morning. Milena, your card for this Friday is as follows. The King of Love is here, Milena. What does that mean? Go on. I'll wait. What does that mean? Is there a king of love on your horizon, or are you being beckoned toward that throne of empowerment in the realm of emotion? I hope it's both at the same time. I hope it's both at the same time. Jordan, will Rayo and I date? I don't know, Jordan. Jordan, do you want to date Rayo? Jordan and Rayo. Will Jordan and Rayo date? Sweet Deck? Sweet Deck? Will Jordan and Rayo date? Jordan, my deck wishes for you to scan yourself for ways that you may be trapping yourself on this watery beach of despair with your bleeping, beautiful mind, so capable when unparented to fill your world with swords. Swords being the symbol of human thought. You got too many swords, things get too complicated if you forget that your swords require parenting from your cups and your wands, meaning your thoughts need to always have the gentle hand of your heart and your soul upon them to guide what those thoughts are doing, or else they become menaces. Next thing you know, you're on the watery beach. You don't want to be on the watery beach. So, scan for ways to set yourself free in the realm of the mind. That is what I would tell you to do right now. Oh, Milena, you're welcome. Milena, you're welcome. Let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Kathy the Floyd, you are a long-time friend of this broadcast, so you know you can get a card. I'm about to throw it right now, Kathy. Everybody say hi to Kathy the Floyd. Good morning, Kathy the Floyd. Good morning, Kathy the Floyd. Let's rock. Kathy the Floyd. Kathy the Floyd. Yeah. Oh, Kathy the Floyd. 7 swords, Kathy the Floyd. And I talked about this a little bit earlier today. We were in the realm of the mind right now, and the topic that this card likes to talk about is the idea, well, the concept that I explained earlier, where again, the unparented swords, if left in charge, love to think that they know the right thing to do and everybody else doesn't, and that they need to create some form of illusion to ease everybody's time through something. You know, like maybe it's like, you know what, I'm not going to tell so-and-so this, I'm going to tell them that. It's benevolent. I'm not lying to them for like evil reasons. I just want to I want to put my thumb on the scale of of reality, and my swords are telling me to do that. If you do that long enough, you wind up with a big pile of swords in your hand, cutting your fingers to ribbons, and you always increasing the chances ever of like slipping up, getting caught, being discovered as being inauthentic. You gotta watch out for that energy right now. That's what that 7 of Swords is saying. Because it doesn't lead to a directional control of your fate. It leads to the opposite of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, friends? It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I am throwing cards at your questions for free. I'm staring into the chat. Marjorie, will I get a permanent position at the Department of Education this year? Marjorie, good morning. Are you ready, Marjorie, for your card? Are you ready for your card, Marjorie? Here it comes, Marjorie. As you repeat your question over and over and over again, here it comes. Marjorie, Department of Education. This is a card that says, create peace inside of your mind and clarity inside of your mind. Is this a predictive card? Not so much, Marjorie. This is me. This is the deck marching up to you and saying, what can you do to chill? What can you do to balance the realm of the brain? I certainly hope that when I look on the bottom of the deck and see the Wheel of Fortune, that you will get this job that you are after. But you know me, I'm not sitting here with a giant crystal ball in my lap telling you that your bike is in the basement of the Alamo. All right, go. Thank you, Aslinaz5. Wow, that was butchered by me. Oops. Mickey, will I hear from Ethan B soon? I don't know, Mickey. Let's just find out what the cards have to say about you and Ethan B. Mickey and Ethan B. Mickey and Ethan B. Cards say, in this case, Mickey, I'm just going to hold this up for 3 or 4 seconds silently. I'm going to give you a stony silent stare. Are you ready? There you have it there. I hope that hits. Mickey, good luck. Please let us know how it's going later on. Just with you though, not with the other one. Not with the other person you were asking. Ethan B. Bleep Ethan B. I don't know. Zuri Sobrilla, get over here. Zuri Sobrilla, thank you for getting it open next to your name. You know, you do that by clicking the fan club link up there, and I know. It's a bank breaker. You're gonna have to skip meals to press that button and somehow give me 0.04 fake cents in TikTok bucks. Thank you, Nikki. But if you do that, I see your question easier, and I understand that you've taken a step towards me, so I'm going to take a step back towards you. Will I make it past all of this? It's heavy. It's been hard. Everybody gather around Zuri Sobrilla. Zuri, get over here. Will you make it past all of this? I'm so sorry. Oh, Zuri. Oh. Everybody form a ring around Zuri. Let's form a giant circle of what do we want to call it this time? Zuri, what would you call it? What kind of a circle would you like built around you right now? Do you want a circle of encouragement? Do you want a circle of energy? How about a circle of mad goddess inspiration? How about that? Would that be good? Let's see here. Things have been going crappy for Zuri. We're going to drop a card on this, say, how can I improve my situations? Or what can you tell me, Sweet Deck, to just make it easier? It's tough and I'm tired. We don't sugarcoat the cards here on Tarot Morning Wisdom. We can't. The first time I pull a punch with this deck is the last time I will be allowed to use the deck. The cards will sense it and say, oh, is that right? Well, then we're never working for you again. Zuri, the tower has fallen on this. And Queen, I want you to know a couple of things. First of all, you're not alone in there. I live right in, that's my room. All right, is that your room next door? Well, that's my room. It's not easy in the tower. That's the point of the tower. But the important thing to understand, Zuri, when this card drops, is not some kind of message from the deck that it's all doomed, etc. That's not that's far from it. This is the Marvelous Catastrophe by Alejandro Jodorowsky's estimation, and he's right. This is the deck saying, guess what? This is not the moment to turn away. This is not the moment to turn away. This is not the moment to try to deny what's happening. This is the moment to bleep and face it. Face it. Walk towards it. Walk towards it. And understand that inside of this tower is a gorgeous star waiting to be born. The structure has to fall. The structure is going to fall. It's not supposed to be easy and fun. It's supposed to be... think of it this way. Show me the birth process that's easy and fun. Huh? Can I have the birth process that's easy and fun? No, there is none. This is the birth canal. You're in it. I'm in it. Many of us are in it. The important thing is to remember that it's not a prison. It's a collapsing prison. Boom! Please understand that your sun card is waiting for you at the other side of it. Just because. How you doing, Queen? Does that hit? Did you walk off the minute you saw the tower? It's like, oh, bleep it. I hope not. I hope not. Craptastic Kitchen Queen. What are you doing? Good morning, Craptastic Kitchen Queen. Let's see here. Let's burn through some more questions, right? Hello. You're just scared. Queen, me too. Okay, is there anybody else here that's scared? Who here, raise a hand if in this moment there's a part of your internal world that you can label with like a little magic marker that's right underneath it. Fear. Is it a scary time, Zuri? So, bro, yes, it is. We embrace the fear. Do not try to wall it away. Do not deny that it's there. If you feel fear inside of yourself, there you go. Not Julian's mom gets it. Who here can easily report on the fear? Everybody! Let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Passenger Princess, good morning, Queen. I'm scanning to make sure that none of the opens have asked a question. I don't think so. Oh, yeah, Aslina. Get over here, Aslina. Good morning, Aslina. Thank you for getting an open next to your name, Aslina. You get that by clicking that fan club button up there. And look, I know how much it costs to do that. Well, that's why I'm seeking out your questions. Right, Aslina? Is G the right one for me? Asks Aslina. Is G the right one for Aslina? What do we think, friends? Is G the right one for Aslina? Aslina. Here we go. Deck's about to feed back. G plus Aslina equals what? Equals what? Aslina, I don't know whether G is the right one for you or not, but my deck right now wants you to consider the idea of emotional paralysis. Now, this is attachable to you. It's attachable to G. It's the idea of too many bleeping things happening in the realm of the heart, and how that can bleep up your directionality. Like basically, if you want to stay on a singular mission based upon self-love, you need to solve this card. This card is basically like it's a puzzle, and the solution is to consolidate 6 of these cups underneath you and then reach for a 7th cup. Roos, good morning, Roos. How are you? Roos! Does that hit? I'm asking. The Sword of Truth on the bottom of the deck. Oh, Diego. Okay, Diego, get over here. Hi, Diego. Everybody say hello to Diego Alonso. Diego Alonso says, I had a terrible feud with an ex-friend from the gym whose name is Rich. Will it continue that way? Oh, Diego, I'm so sorry that you're having a feud with an ex-friend, especially at the gym. That seems incredible. But at the same time, a feud at the gym seems like it could be pretty cool, too. I'm picturing a couple of really buff dudes fighting over, like, a barbell. Is that kind of what's up? Diego Alonso, are you a barbell caliber gym goer? Let's find it. He would harass me and have a warning for his behavior. Jesus Christ, that's strange. I'm sorry, Diego. Sometimes the crazies come out of the woodwork, don't they, Diego? Diego and Rich. What is the card? What do the cards have to tell you in this moment where you got some weird ex-friend? Yeah, man. You know what this is? This is a 9 of Wands, and I would offer it to you as a couple of different things. Protect yourself. Be creative around the realm of protection, and use spirit to protect yourself if that's something that you have access to. But I would also say that you could interpret this card as a gentle warning that you might be pushing a little hard in the realm of fire, and there's an opportunity to lower the energy a little bit. Just lower the energy on your end, even. Just like, but do it from a position of power. Understand yourself to be doing it with purpose, to deliberately calm the situation to your own benefit. This is not you laying down your power at the feet of this weirdo. No. It's you exercising your power in the pursuit of peace. Is that of use? I don't know. This Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. You ask in the chat. I answer them as fast as I can. He's a weird man. Hold on. You're telling me things but nobody else can see them for some reason. Hold on a second. Which craftery are you still here? Who's got a question for these cards, huh? Who's got it? Let's do a general for everybody. A general card for the room. Here it comes. General card for the room. I always forget that you can hit that gear every now and again in these broadcasts. General card for the room. It's 821, and the deck says, I just got done explaining this card. The deck says, who here has a tower? Who here is inside of a massive moment of transition? Who here is suffering because of that massive transition? Who here needs reminding that this is a heroic pursuit and not a damnation. There you go, Fei Fei. Who here needs to be reminded that inside of this tower is the star card's energy being given form and given birth to as each and every rock from this building crumbles to the ground. Don't shy away from your pain. Do not shy away from your pain. Understand that it is necessary and understand that it is equilibratable, all right? And therefore it can be a part of your power and not an eroding force that keeps you from power. Those are all things that you can talk about when you see that bleeping tower card. God, when I think about how in early days of throwing cards, I was like, I didn't know how to handle that card. It's not easy. You got to kind of experience it first, right? Bila. Good morning, Bila. Did the last message I sent make Amin mad at me? Okay. Bila, we have a little bit of like a romantic plot here, I'm sensing, between you and Amin. Bila and... Is it Bila or Bila? Bila and... It's hard for me to know. Did the last message I sent make Amin mad at me? Oh, no. What'd you send, Bila? What'd you send, Bila? I'll get you, Roos. What'd you send, Bila? What did you text them? You want to know whether it made them mad. All right. This is not a card that says they're not mad. You know what? We've had this card several times today, the Seven of Swords. I would say, if I'm just like giving you a spot read, yeah. Yeah, probably. Probably made him mad. Roos, get over here. Everybody go follow Roos in the chat, please, because I'm trying to recruit Roos to read tarot cards live on TikTok just the way that I do. Come on, Roos, join the fun. All right, Roos wants a poll for the energy surrounding an idea that they have. Oh, I love that. Roos, always full of ideas. Are you ready for your card, sweet Roos? You have something brewing? Good. I don't know why they censored that. I like that you have something brewing. I can't wait to find out what it is. Okay, Roos, here it comes. Roos has got an idea brewing. Everybody say hello to Roos if you haven't already in the chat. And wants to know what my deck has to say about that idea. Are we ready? Ooh. My deck is in favor of pursuit. We're going to see some Year of the Fire Horse energy attached to this idea that you're talking about, Roos. We're going to see some bleep it, let's roll. We're going to or bleep it, we ball. Is that more on point? Go. Boy, howdy, is this not encapsulating the energy of 2026 for yours truly? Strap yourself to that fire horse and ride. Ugh. Look, is it always going to be wind in the hair? No. It's going to be aggressive, like any horse ride. I don't know. I've ridden on very few horses in my life, and it's always a shock to discover how jostling it actually is. Wow, that was actually kind of crazily difficult. Oh. Pursue your idea. I need to put some more coffee in this cup. I'll be right back. I'm not going nowhere, friends. Just stay with me. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. You know that I am. I'm pouring more coffee for myself. Pouring more coffee for myself. Putting more milk in. Milk. Okay. And we're back. Craptastic Kitchen Queen, I was worried I wasn't going to get a question from you. Get over here. Craptastic Kitchen Queen, good morning. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. I do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's right. This week, we crossed 2,500 follows. Dude, I started this thing in early January of this year at an absolute low point of my life, at a nadir, as they say, at one of those moments that becomes almost mythic in your imagination. And now we're at 2,500 human beings, not Russian bots, not bleeping, not fake friends. How about that? I am chuffed. I am shocked. I am so grateful. Thank you for making that happen. Now, Craptastic Kitchen Queen. Should I move to another state for him? What state are you thinking of doing? What state, Craptastic Kitchen Queen? Wait, you're gonna move for a man? Ooh, maybe. Let's see what the cards have to say about you moving from one state to another for him. And Fat Ringo says if it's Ohio, don't do it. Fat Ringo, are you in Ohio right now? Fat Ringo, I'm from Ohio. Fat Ringo, we can have a conversation about that. Oh no, wait. Virginia to Georgia, reunited high school loves. Have we encountered this question before on Tarot Morning Wisdom, Craptastic Kitchen Queen? Have we explored this together? This is ringing a bell. Anyway, Virginia to Georgia, that's a fairly sizable shift in vibe. Virginia to Georgia. High school loves reunited. Should you move to Georgia for him? Him who you were involved with in bleeping high school. That's incredible. Craptastic Kitchen Queen, what's your read on this? Before I pull a card, what do you think, Craptastic? Nope. Okay, we haven't read a card on it yet. What do you think, Craptastic Kitchen Queen? Are you leaning towards yes? Are you leaning towards no? I'm going to cheat and look right now. I feel like this is a yes, Craptastic Kitchen Queen. He's the love of your life. I think this is a card that says do it. What do we see here, Craptastic Kitchen Queen? It's the number 4. 4 cups. 4 of emotion. 4 of love. 4 is the Emperor's number of achieving something around stability for the first time. And understanding that stability becomes the operative tabletop for the creation of peace, joy, love. Do it! Life is short, Craptastic Kitchen Queen. Life is short. Don't forget that. And everybody up here needs to remember that. Don't forget that life is, what again? Short. And that we need to, what again? Live it now, not tomorrow. Live it today. You have to live it today, whether you like it or not. You can, look, sometimes it's going to be a bleeping misery, sometimes it's going to be a bleeping joy, but live it today. Get in there. Let us know how it is in Georgia, Craptastic Kitchen Queen. Gabby, get over here, Gabby. Will R actually leave me? I'm sorry that you're going through that, Gabby. Everybody say hello to Gabby, please. Good morning, Gabby. Good morning, Gabby. Fat Ringo says, we are all little dolphins. This life is the big jump. Precisely right, Fat Ringo. Fat Ringo, you get it. Gabby, are you ready, Gabby, for your Tarot Morning Wisdom card of the morning? Is this your first time here, Gabby? If it is, welcome. Will R actually leave me? This is not a card that has negativity attached to it at all, Gabby. This is the 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands is there to describe a perfection of balance in the realm of passion. Okay? Gabby, how can you reach for balance, like where the two of you, Gabby and R, are both fully actualized in the realm of the creative and in the soulful, in the realm of the passion, the realm of passion, and in harmony with each other, so that it's 4 plus 4 equals 8. How can it be 4 plus 4? Huh? Gabby? I'm asking. But that's a positive card, one way or another, that would suggest good things. Carmina, good morning. Carmina, good morning. Carol Green. Good morning, Gagozi Gyan. Good morning. You have the same deck, Addie? It's the Pamela Coleman Smith deck. It's the classic deck, Addie, is it not? Do you have any other decks, Addie? Do you like, or is that your primary? Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I am answering your questions with my cards for free. If you've got it in you to share this broadcast with your friends, I've been told that's very valuable. Whoa. I'm not sure. He says he's divorcing me, but I hope it doesn't happen. Well, that Eight of Wands suggests that there's availability in the realm of passion and balance. I hope. Yes! Hold on a second. Alicia Granados 26. Alicia Granados 26. Good morning to you. Happy birthday, Alicia Granados 26. Everybody say happy birthday to Alicia Granados 26. Happy birthday to you. Alicia, are you ready for your birthday card? Alicia, get ready for your birthday card. Here it comes. Oh! A queen of love, Alicia. Alicia, how can you occupy the throne of sweet love? Love, sweet love. How can you open your heart and be the receptive end of royalty inspired by divinity on your birthday? And maybe, Alicia, this is simply the deck saying to you, enjoy. 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 Have a seat on the throne of love and let people bring their love to you. Let people present their love to you. Don't forget to feel it. Don't forget to actually feel it. Don't forget to appreciate it and reflect it. Don't forget to let it flow. And don't forget gratitude either. But happy bleeping birthday. Ah, on the bottom of the deck, the World card. Paradise, paradise self. Joyous rising, Joseph Reed. How are you? Good morning. Good morning, Joseph Reed. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards to your questions for free. Good morning, Hannah Marie. How are you? Good morning, Red Velvet. Oh my God. Who's got a question for these cards? No one? I know there are dozens of questions. Good morning, Siren. Oh, what a pleasure. Thank you for reposting. Haley, of course you can get a card pull. Good afternoon, Red Velvet. It's a crack of dawn here in bleeping Hollywood. That's right, we're broadcasting from the world's most glamorous place. Right, Haley? Haley, are you ready for your card pull on this July 10th? This Friday, July 10th, 2026. Your card pull is, Haley, my deck wishes for you to report to the throne of truth. Haley, please report to the throne of truth. Please find yourself seated in the throne of truth with the crown of truth upon your head and the sword of truth in your hand. Haley, please seek out accuracy today over all things. Okay? Can you do that, Haley? My deck wants to know. Dawn D. Hi, Dawn. Good morning, Dawn. Everybody say good morning to Dawn D. You'd love a general card? Well, you're about to get one, Queen. Dawn D. Prepare for your general card on this Friday, July 10th. Friday, July 10th. Ugh. 2026. Marching. Dancing on. Did I say grinding? I meant dancing. Dawn D. Prepare to be enlightened. Ooh, Dawn D. Dawn D. You've been walked over to a number 7 in the realm of the material world. The Charioteer's number 7. Meaning, whenever you see a 7, like, at least in this deck's tradition, you are thinking about, all right, well, how can I be actively guiding my destination? Is there something impeding my way as I seek to actively choose a destination and drive towards it? 7 Pentacles often gets thrown into the concept of doubt. Did all this work pay off, or is it going to pay off or not? I put all this bleeping work in. Look at this bush. I've slaved over this bush, and it's got these brown leaves. Ugh. Is this all waste? Question mark. I know. Let me just stare at it forever and not do anything. No. The challenge of the card is to see that inside of yourself in the situation and say, okay, I see I'm doing that. Bleep it. Let's roll. We've got to choose whether or not it's working out and pursue. Just like the 7 of Cups in that way. It's like don't allow yourself to become paralyzed by indecision and then sink into the quicksand pit of despair. Who here is sinking into the quicksand pit of despair? Is anybody sinking into the quicksand pit of despair here? Please come to the front of the broadcast if you find yourself sinking into the quicksand pit of despair. I would like to talk to you if you categorize yourself as doing just that. It seems like we've got a pretty strong crew up here right now. Oh, Roos! Roos says that they're sinking in stagnation. Roos, Roos, you have these cards in your world. You know what they're telling you to do. Are they telling you to keep doing that? Remember, Roos. We who wield the cards have a leg up. We have like the world's most effective symbolic what am I trying to say? These cards are very anti-stagnation. There, I think I said it in that way, rather than the more elegant way. Let's see here. Danny Darko, you're back. Oh, Danny Darko, I feel like I can give you a card. Whoa. Nick, get over here, Nick. That's a curious question. Is a high-ranking official in the federal government in 2021 who just noticed my light? What the bleep are you, Nick? What's going on, Nick? Good morning, Nick. First of all, welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. If you've got it in you to share this broadcast with your friends, I would deeply appreciate it. Nick says, is something about a high-ranking official in the federal government in 2021 noticed my light? Yes or no? I don't even know what you're talking about, Nick. But just answer it. Oh, well, excuse me, Nick. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I didn't mean to make you wait. Nick, get ready for your bleeping answer. Just answer it. Fine. Yes or no? Yes. Happy now, Nick? The answer is yes. Yes. All right. Tell us how it's going. Is a high-ranking official in the federal government in 2000. Why 2021? This is like a bleeping memento question. Anyway, whatever. We'll find out or we won't. I answered it, Nick. Are you happy now? Jasmine. Should I let go of Nizael? Come here, Jasmine. How you doing, Jasmine? Good morning, Jasmine. Everybody say good morning to Jasmine. Thank you, Red Velvet, for sharing. Should I let go of Nizael? Asks Jasmine. And the cards say, yes. Ultimately, I'm being a little bit more strident than I normally would be, Jasmine. But ultimately, if I'm asking that question, should I let go? Pardon me. Should I let go of Nizael? This is the answer. 3 swords. You better bleep and believe I'm saying, yes, I need to grow through this suffering and find peace. I hope that hits, Queen, and let us know how it goes. Let's see here. Oh, Destiny, I'm sorry that you are feeling lost in your own head. Everybody say hello to Destiny, please. Good morning, Destiny. Good morning, Destiny. Can I get a general card? I feel lost in my own head. Queen, no one here can identify with that. I'm so sorry. You're the only person in the chat that suffered from that problem. I can promise you. How does it feel to be so unique? Just kidding. I feel lost in my own head, says Destiny. Can I get a card for that? Yes, you can. Destiny, my deck wants you to take a walk away from the brain and take a walk toward the heart in this moment. And see if you can't find a way to either be on new emotional ground as a newcomer or to access a childlike sense of joy in the realm of emotion as somebody who has experience. But this is very pointedly, LOL, moving away from swords, moving away from thought, moving away from the brain and all of the perils of the brain, all of the things that our brain is capable of telling us that are difficult / unproductive. Simple, really. I hope that hits, Queen. Let us know how it goes. All right, Rose, get over here, Rose. Rose, get over here, Rose. How you doing, Rose? Everybody say hello to Rose, a.k.a. Red Velvet. Good morning, Rose. Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards to your questions for free. Rose says, what's coming towards me? Rose, I don't know what is coming towards you. I hope you're not driving while you type that. All right. Good morning, Zero Star. How are you? Good morning, Sharia. Good morning, Ingabiri, Antoinette. All right. Rose, what's coming towards you? Here's the card for it. Should we look at it together? I'll experience it alongside of you. I'm glad to hear that, Zero Star. Rose, what's coming towards us now, because I'm in the car with you. I'm in the passenger seat. You're driving, Rose. And this is what we see coming towards us together. Oh, it's a Queen of Swords, Rose. What's coming towards you is a moment of clarity. What's coming towards you is a moment of empowerment in the realm of the mind. A moment of, I like the Queen of Swords as being at peace and confident and with a sense of repose inside of her demeanor as she watches a situation unfold with perfect accuracy. Perfect accuracy. She cannot be BS'd. I'm doing great, Zero Star. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, Zero Star? Good morning, 8 Aish VI8. Let's see here. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Passenger Princess is here. My friend Passenger Princess. How you doing, Queen? So I feel like I'm in limbo professionally. Is there anything good coming my way? Passenger Princess, can I please change your question just a little bit? Passenger Princess says, I feel like I'm in limbo professionally. And you ask, is there anything good coming my way? And I'm just going to also open this up a little bit to say, what can I do to invite good things coming my way and to move this limbo sensation around a little bit, Passenger Princess? What can I do? Remember, there's 78 pieces of advice in here, Passenger Princess, and they're all bleeping hermetic, which means that there's actually twice as many, if not more. What can Passenger Princess do to shake it up as they feel like they're in limbo? Well, you could let this card answer your direct question. Is there anything good coming my way? 9 cups. What does that mean? I think that there's a strengthening in the realm of the heart that is suggested inside of the Nine of Cups. Basically, if you're in any of the nines, you're in the Hermit card, which is about it's about like understanding yourself to be just that powerful that you can take it to that higher extent. Like that you can. I'll put it this way: when you're in the nines, if you aren't up to the job of the nines are going to bleep and take you out. You're going to be wiped out by the energy of the nines. It's going to be too hard, too painful. You're going to collapse under the weight of it all and go right back down to the number 2. But if you are strong enough to handle the nines, then you get to be like this person in there and say, haha, I did it. This time I didn't get ground to dust. This time I stood tall inside of this challenge. And this time I am moving towards that Wheel of Fortune at number 10 and not going back down the old food chain. It's an understanding of earned strength within yourself. That is not a prognostication, Passenger Princess. That's a recommendation. I hope that it's of any use at all whatsoever to you, where you're just like, I'm in limbo. Know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Let's see here. Zero Star, did you ask a question? Zero Star, yes you did. Will I be able to get my trucking business back off the ground? Oh, I don't know. Let's take a look, Zero Star. Everybody say good morning to Zero Star. Good morning, Zero Star. I hope so, Zero Star. I'm sorry that your trucking business is encountering a moment of resistance. Resistance. Let's find out what the deck has to offer by way of advice as you are seeking to get your trucking business back off the ground. Because you know, Zero Star, I'm not going to be addressing your question head on as though I can give that an up or down vote. Sorry, Zero Star, my deck says that your trucking business is doomed. Maybe you should go back to school or something. No! What can you do to get your trucking business back on top? Alright, fine, bleep it. Sometimes the deck just insists, and I'm going to let this live as a prognostication, just gently now, Zero Star. Don't get all wound up and take it so seriously that you make moves based on a stranger on the internet saying something to you. But I'm going to say that this Three of Cups is about the creation of communal joy and celebration. And so if I let this deck answer your question directly, will I be able to get my trucking business back off the ground? Hell yes. Hell yes. Joyfully so. But if we choose instead to say this is advice, then there's something about like finding emotional connection with others and using that positive energy generatively to push the needle, like to basically to feed the effort of getting your business back off the ground. All right? How can you infuse your business with a sense of joyful creation is another way of saying that, Zero Star. I hope that hits. One way or another, I just hope that you are able to find that connection and find that joy so that you can put it to work in whatever part of your life needs that kind of energy. Mariam, get over here. Is Khalid thinking about... What does that mean, Mariam? Is Khalid thinking about add Mariam's back? What? Mariam, I need a clarification on that question. I don't think I quite have it. I think I don't quite have it. I need to have it. Okay, Kimberly. Get over here, Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly. Everybody say hello to Kimberly Kaufman 190. Good morning, Kimberly. You need to know about me and Brian. You and Brian. Thank you, Zero Star. All right. You have a great day, Passenger Princess. You're awesome. Kimberly Kaufman, are you new here? My name is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom. I answer your questions with my cards for free. You ask in the chat, I read them. I need to know about me and Brian, says Kimberly Kaufman. And the cards say, you need to know about the chosen sacrifice. You need to know about being on a faith-driven path towards something that costs effort. You need to know that sometimes you have to hang yourself upside down from a situation and suffer in the short term to earn that which you desire in the longer term. You and Brian be hung up on some level. I don't know. You and Brian might need a change of perspective. That's another way to read that card. But you and Brian are essentially being demonstrated here energetically as though you are in utero of sorts. Do you know what I mean? Like this. Doesn't the hanged man kind of like echo like a baby in the womb? That's right. A hanged man is an energy that's additive, and that's moving towards birth. What are you talking about, Zero Star? You be in denial. What are you in denial about? Marilyn just 85. Get over here, Marilyn. Does Benny want to be with me? I don't know. Everybody say hi to Marilyn just 85. Good morning, Marilyn. Do you want to be with with Benny? Marilyn? Is Benny cute? Is Benny funny? Is Benny charming? Is Benny the bee's knees, Marilyn? Yes! I'm glad to hear that. So, Marilyn and Benny. What can we know about Marilyn and Benny? You want to be with Benny? You're wondering, hey, Ruby Kane! What up, Ruby Kane? Marilyn and Benny. Interesting. This is a complex answer to your question, Marilyn. It's the Eight of Cups. What you see, Marilyn, is something about the strength in the realm of the heart. Yes, but you're also seeing Pamela Coleman Smith in her artwork describe how strength can be attained by walking away from known quantities in the realm of emotion towards mystery. Thank you, Ruby Kane. Towards the unknown. Okay? This is somebody going on an emotional quest, potentially. I don't know exactly. You got two eights here. You got the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom. Kimberly Kaufman. Kimberly Kaufman, I have to confess to you that when you do a million reads in a row, it becomes virtually impossible if you are a shatteringly old person like myself to retain 30 seconds after what you just... I mean, like, I straight up don't remember what I told you. I'm sorry. I'll do you another card if it comes to it. Jonna, a.k.a. Fat Ringo. Hi, Fat Ringo. Hi, Jonna. How are you doing, Queen? What's the outcome if I go over the head of my manager? Ooh. Everybody, Gianna is thinking about going over the head of their manager. Who here has reckoned with that in their world? Who here has thought about going over the head of a superior and ratting them out to the higher ups in hopes that they get bleeping fired or something? Oh, man. All of us, exactly. Who here has thought of doing it? Cards? What can we tell Jonna about what will happen if they go over the head of their manager? That's a risky move. There's lots of potential for, what's the word? Can't think of it. I don't know. It's like the word where it goes where it boomerangs on you and becomes a nightmare. All right, Jonna, here we go. Should you go over the head of your manager and rat them out for being a complete bastard? You got caught between Zen and doing too much. Cards say, this is not a card that says do stuff, Gianna. This is a card that says hold your position, calm your mind, and do zilch for the time being. This is a card that says, yo. This is not the time for action. There will be a time for action, but this is not that moment. If I'm you and I'm holding this card in my hand having asked that question, well, yes. Like, I find that these cards are very effective at sort of giving you the red light and green light of a situation. If it's not the moment, then maybe it's not time to move. This is not saying don't ever move ever. Oh, thank you, Rue. That's an incredible compliment. I really appreciate that. Yes, you're not feeding the situation with your energy, the bad situation. You are zenning out and keeping your side of the street totally bleeping clean, importantly. You know what I'm saying? And you are waiting and seeing, picking a moment, perhaps, and not allowing the realm of emotion to bleep you up in the meantime, all right? Like, I hope to God that can be put to good use for you, and that you get to win in this situation, because I hate the idea of you having to live underneath the despotic rule of some garbagey manager. We can have compassion for the managers of the world. We're allowed to open our hearts to them and understand that they're people too, and that they're doing their best theoretically. But sometimes it's hard to... There we go. Mariam says, is Khalid thinking about recounting? Okay. We're worried about Khalid. That's what I'm getting from you, Mariam. Hey, Mariam, how you doing? Welcome to Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free, obviously. Put your wallets away. Put your wallets away. If you want to share this broadcast with your friends, I've been told that's kind and good. If you want to give me magical hearts and stuff, I love you for it. Thank you. If you want to join the fan club, I will see your question sooner. That much I can promise. And if you want to book me for a private tarot session, that technology exists in the links. Look in the links. Look in the links, and you'll find a way to talk to me one-on-one. I want that. I want to talk to you one-on-one. Why won't you let me talk to you one-on-one? Does that sell it through? Does that make you want to reach for the wallet? All right, Mariam, is Khalid thinking about recounting? Let's find out. What is Khalid thinking? How about that, Mariam? Mariam, when it comes to Khalid, this is the urgent message of my deck. Limitlessness and freedom. Freedom. Mariam, is this card for you? Is this card for you? Do you need to be set free right now from this situation with Khalid? Mariam, is this my deck saying to you, Queen, what happens if you just stop living by the rules of this situation? What happens if you just say, bleep the rules? What if you just say goodbye to the rules? What if we understand that, yeah, life's a risk, as the punk man from 15 years ago, Fiddlar, would say. Come on. I feel like there's a suggestion that you might be benefited. Zero, thank you so much. Nico, get ready for your general card. Nico, good morning, Nico. Everybody say hi to Nico. Rue, I thank you so much for saying that. I am thinking along those lines. Stay tuned. Nico, your general card for this Friday, July 10th is a king of Ange, get back stronger. What the bleep? How you doing, Ange? Get back stronger. It's been a minute. Nico, your card of the day is a King of Pentacles, saying that you need to find your grounded, ruling energy in the throne of materiality, the throne of health, the throne of health, the throne of nature. All right. Hi, Haven. How you doing, Haven? Oh, Ange, get back stronger. I am good. I hope that you're good. Can I offer you a card of comfort if you've been going through a lot of stuff in your personal life? I hate to hear that you're struggling, Queen. Hey, one more time. How you doing? Get over here, Ange. Get over here, Ange. Everybody say hi to Ange. Last time I dipped into the plot of your world, Ange, you were like competing to be on a reality show. Or you were on one, and we were worried about some dance partner of yours that was not living up to the task. Ange, get back stronger is going through some stuff. Oh, by the way, you switched a little bit in direction. Well, okay, and also, everybody go follow Ange, get back stronger. Like they're up here striving on this god. I'm not going to say a negative thing about TikTok right now. On this wonderful thrill ride of a bleeping app. Almost swore. They're up here doing something interesting. They're trying to put themselves forward. Go follow Ange, get back stronger. If you like high quality TikTok. Oh, Roos, have a great day, Queen. We'll be in touch, I'm sure. You switch direction. Here we go, Ange, get back stronger. Here comes your card of the day. Your card of the day, Quinn. Ange, get back stronger. Your card of this day, Friday, July 10th, 2026, is as follows. Seek a perfection, a balance in the realm of creative fire. Seek the flow. The flow. This is the flow in the number 8. This is the flow of creativity coursing through your day, making it so that the clock just goes woo, and you don't even register that time is passing because you're in such relation to your creative fire, to your passion. How can you find a way to set yourself free into this feeling? That's what my deck would like to know. And then on the bottom of the deck, a reminder that you have power, that you have strength in that number 8. The tradition that I was reading about around that card, which is of course also a Leo card for those of you who practice astrological connections. I'm still very much a newcomer in all of that. Is the idea that there's two kinds of strength, there's two kinds of force. There's the kind of force where you're out there shoving the world around and organizing the world with your force, and there's the kind of strength that comes from a divine connection to the realm of peace. Which one do you think the deck likes more? Andira Luz is here. Well. Everybody say hello to Andira Luz in the chat, and please go follow Andira Luz on this delightful app that we all know and love called TikTok, because if you do, you will receive some of the highest quality tarot content that this app has to offer. Do it! Ebru, get over here, Ebru. Will I find a real love? Oh, Ebru. Of course you're going to find a bleeping real love. Let's find out how. Ebru. Ebru. How are you going to find a real love, Ebru? Ebru. Oh, I'm so nervous, Ebru. Ebru. For whatever reason, I don't know what's going on in your world right now. You caught a Knight of Swords. You got a Knight of Swords, Ebru. The Knight of Swords is here to say something about going on hot pursuit of an idea, of an act of will. What should you be pursuing with more alacrity than you are? You're asking about one part of the human experience, and this card is driving towards a completely different. But you know what, Ebru? If I grant you that if it were the more romantic Knight of Cups, it would be easier to connect. But this is somebody in hot pursuit. All right, will you find a real love? Is this my deck saying to you, yeah, if you go get it, if you like Ebru, you need to be in action mode according to this card. I'll say that, not passive mode. Remember that the Tarot Morning Wisdom Guide to Love really only has one rule to it, one directional rule, which is step 1, leave the house. I know. Do you think I like it any more than you do? If you want true love, you're going to have to leave the house. I'm so sorry. But if you do leave the house, you'll find it. Frenchie, you've been very, very patient. Get over here, Frenchie. 491. Does Potter have feelings for me, please? Frenchie, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Open Phones. I am throwing cards at your questions for free. And we're about to find out whether Potter has feelings for you, according to my deck. Exciting. Very exciting. Let's find out. Frenchie, does Potter have feelings for me? Deck. A lot of them. Holy moly. Frenchie, you see 10 wands fall here. Oh, Frenchie. It's fun out there, Haven, right? 10 wands. That is an abundance, one might say, of passion. That's an abundance of fire. Feelings. Boy, howdy. I'll say. If you think about the wand as a symbol of, and I use this word as gently as I can, arousal. That's a lot of arousal. All right. Debbie Mitchell, thank you for saying that. Debbie Mitchell, you're awesome. Thank you. I am going to answer la la la. Wait. Let me get that right. La la la. 3 laws. La la la. Not la la la. Did I nail that? Will I get a new job before the end of July? La la la. Let's find out. Let's find out. La la. Will you get a new job before the end of July? Let's find out. And by find out, I mean find out what my cards have to say with the giant asterisk that these cards are not always going to predict this or that. They're here to reflect a present moment to you. No, la. All right? But let's just see what the cards have to say. Miss N. Here we go. Are we ready? Are we set? Nalala asks, will I get a new job before the end of July? The cards say something cryptic about the realm of emotion. And again, like if this is my deck sidestepping like some version of your question to go talk about some other part of your life, just open yourself up to it, Queen. 8 cups fall. 8 cups is the number. 8 is the number of strength. Cups is the realm of emotion. And Pamela Coleman Smith is driving towards something inside of this artwork. She's saying, is it time for an emotional journey away from the known? Is it time for an emotional journey into the mystery, into the realm of emotion to find out what more there is to learn and know? Is that an empowered journey? Is that where we want to go? Where can we go that we have not been in the realm of the heart? Does that answer your question, perhaps? We've got a pregnancy question. I need to get a pregnancy bell, let's be honest. Right, Zero? Angela, I'm going to get to you, but first I got to do a question. I absolutely have to answer this, Craig, the Sweets question here. Get over here, Sweets. Unlike so many other tarot readers on TikTok, I love answering pregnancy questions. I love answering health questions. I'm not afraid of any of that stuff. Take that. Sweets says, am I pregnant? Sweets, get over here. Sweets, do you want to be pregnant? That's question number 1. Sweets, do you want to be pregnant or are you terrified right now? Question number 2. Sweets, are you prepared to say look me in the eye right now, and tell me that you will go find out definitively whether or not you're pregnant right now, and you're not going to rely upon Dr. Internet here to be the up or down vote that determines this. Sweets, you have a responsibility to the actual world here, Sweets, to find out. But let's find out what the cards have to say about you being pregnant. Is Sweets pregnant? Everybody, can we get a huge drum roll? Drum roll, please. Let's find out whether Sweets is pregnant. Sweets, this is it. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You're gonna feel like, basically, you can start the baby registry on Amazon the second after this card drops. Whoa, Kayla, you got a pregnancy question. Sweets, this is not a card that says diddly squat about whether you're pregnant. This is a card that says something about needing to face a certain situation in the realm of Kayla Morrison. Thank you for that. That was incredibly dramatic and pleasant to see. Sweets, the Three of Swords has dropped on that. That's a heartbreak card on its surface, and I'm not going to shy away from that. It's a reminder that the mind can torture the emotional core. I'm not going to shy away from that either. I lived this. But how does that connect to your baby situation? I don't know. It may not at all. All I'm saying is, please, on my hands and knees, do find out whether you're pregnant or not. Anyway, you just disappeared on me. Where'd you go, Sweets? You disappeared. You asked your pregnancy question, then you dipped. Angela, will Leo and I reconcile this year, or should I give up on him? Oh, dear. Everybody say good morning to Angela. Good morning, Angela. I'm sorry that you and Leo are in the toilet. This is sort of a rear-view mirror question, but let's just find out what the cards have to say, Angela. Do my cards think that you and Leo have a shot, or do they think that you need to move the bleep on? Cards say, I mean, look, this is not as satisfying an answer as I would have wanted for you. It's a suggestion that you need to choose the way forward here. It's not saying up or down whether or not you and Leo are going to go well or badly or go forever. It's saying something to you specifically now, Angela, about needing to have your hand on the steering wheel of this situation as it regards passion. You are required to drive this. You cannot be passive here. You may not be passive here. You must decide. You must, on the bottom of the deck, also consider your material circumstances here and take care of those foundational energies. Do not walk away from your responsibility to the material world. Do you feel me? Oh, it's so true, Ellie Powers. Jesus loves y'all and died. I agree. Ellie Powers, thank you for reminding us that of that. Cheers. Let me know if I can give you a card, Ellie Powers. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom, friends. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Cody, are you still here? Get over here. Cody from Columbus. Cody from Columbus, at this point, you know that there is no line. There's just me. And I'm going to do... Yes, we all love Jesus, don't we, Kayla? Cody from Columbus, your card for the day is coming up. Are you ready, Cody from Columbus? Cody from Columbus, what happened to the idea of doing a private read? Get scared away? I understand. Look, my door is open, Cody from Columbus. My door is open. Kate Brownshoe said something about my links not working. I'll say this. If you ever encounter any technical bull blob around my... If you can't do what you want to do as it pertains to me, please let me know so I can fix it. Here we go, Cody from Columbus. Cody from Columbus. Thank you, Karen. Cody from Columbus, are you ready for your card of the day? Ooh. Cody from Columbus, prepare for bounty. Prepare for abundance. Maybe prepare for an encounter with some deep ancestral or family connection. Maybe prepare to close a cycle in the realm of the material and open a new one. Maybe. But one way or another, it's 10 out of 10 in the realm of the real. I hope that that is a positive for you. Kayla Morrison, all right, get over here. It's another pregnancy question, and you understand that I cannot. Okay, and Z, I'm doing you first. Get over here, Haven. Get over here, Haven, a.k.a. Z. Haven, thank you for being patient. Everybody say good morning to Z. Good morning, Z. Good morning. Is my energy work manifesting today for Natalie and Z? Is Haven, aka Z, is their energy work manifesting today for Natalie and Z? Come on, Natalie and Z, right? Right, Haven? You are next, Kayla. All right, here we go. Good morning, Debbie. Natalie and Z. Z asks, is the energy work manifesting? Aha! I feel like this is a yes. I feel like the Ace of Truth, the Sword of Truth, the Ace of Swords, has to be considered as a gargantuan yes. Because, symbolically speaking, if you take the 4 aces alone, this is the third of the 4 sequence tetragrammaton. This is the idea of new inspirational power coming to life. I hope that's true. All right? Like, basically, new ideas, new clarity is on offer there, and absolute truth at all costs. Kayla Morrison, get ready. Kayla Morrison's here. Everybody say hi to Kayla. Good morning, Kayla. Kayla Morrison's here to determine whether or not they're going, right? Pregnant by the end of the year. Got it? Debbie, are we ready to find out whether Kayla Morrison's going to be pregnant? You're my love, Kayla Morrison. We're going to find out what the cards have to say. Kayla, because we go back, I'm not going to caveat this all the live long day. I'm just going to say, all right, I'm going to pretend to be you right now. I'm going to pretend to be Kayla Morrison and to be doing this cut. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, I know I want to be pregnant by the end of the year. Cards, what can you tell me that can make me feel good, bad, or indifferent about this? Kayla Morrison, 3 Pentacles drops on that, and I'll say this. Pentacles are the symbol of the material world, of life in its material form. You could look at those pentacles as cells that are dividing and growing. You see them? You know? You could see a way into this where it's like, oh, that's growth. That's an explosion of growth in the realm of the real. Kayla Morrison, is this a yes? It didn't get to yes. Kayla Morrison, I'm going to give it to you. Take the yes. Take the yes. Understand that there is a doorway open there and that you can walk through it, all right? Go get pregnant. Do it. And ultimately, I just beg you to come and let us know how it's going along the way, please. Karen, if I send K, thank you, Paletta. Thank you, Wiladri. Good morning, Wiladri. Karen asks, if I send K what I wrote about my feelings, will I get blocked? Karen, please report to the front of the broadcast here. I would love to discuss this situation a little bit further. Hi, Karen. What would you be telling? Tell me what you would be telling K that would get you blocked. Okay, here's the question. We're gonna just do the question straight up, right? Right, Karen? If I send K what I wrote about my feelings, will I get blocked? Is this you being vulnerable, Karen, or is it you being honest? If Karen sends K, you, thank you, Kayla. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. Karen is in love with K and has expressed those feelings in the written form. Who here can identify with that one? The question now that we're going to seek to answer is whether Karen is going to send that written testament of yes, as the New York Dolls would say, LUV. We're going to see whether she should send it or not. Are we ready to make the determination, friends? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Ching, relax, I'll get to you, but please don't ask your question 1 trillion times in a row. I know, Ching, it's tempting. Karen, my deck has issued a warning about this, saying ultimately, I mean, I don't know, I mean, I hate to be too proscriptive here. I hate to, like, let me, a stranger on the internet, say something that might literally shift which way you go, this or that. But literally, this is the card that would make me pause when it comes to sending those feelings forward. This is not an oh no, Debbie Mitchell. This is an oh. It's like an oh. Okay. Because no, it's okay. I'd rather be honest. Like I said, I don't want to be but. I'd rather you be. Oh no, I'm going to be honest every time, Karen. I don't bleep around like with that. You don't want to be blocked. This is a giant. Yeah, exactly. This is a heads up that there's something inside of that that's going to be difficult. I'll leave it at that. And I don't think we need to go much further than that to understand that the deck is saying something like, Kat, I like that question, so I'm going to answer it. Kat, good morning, Kat. Kat is here, and Kat says, will my personal project take off? Ooh, Sifakazi, I'll get to you. Let's see here. Kat, will my personal project take off? I'm going to add a word to that, Kat. How will my personal project take off? How will my personal project take off, Kat? You ready, Kat? Get ready. Good morning, Rose. Good morning, Nessa. Kat, will my personal project take off? I say how. Kat, it's time to evolve, Kat. Kat, you got the card of evolution, Kat. It's time for one thing to end and another thing to begin, Kat. It's time to give birth to a new form of energy, Kat. Does that hit, Kat? Kat, you're gonna need the power of the moon, Kat. Kat, you're gonna need the power of the bleeping moon. Stay strong, Kat. Stay strong. Let's see here. I'm scanning for Sifakazi. Will I sign a letter of appointment next month? We're going into the crystal ball realm, Sifakazi. You know I'm not the most comfortable prognosticating, but I will do this for you. Sifakazi's got an open next to their name because they clicked that fan club link up there. And that fan club link up there, look, I know it costs you an arm and a leg to do that. I'm not trying to ignore the fact that you have to open your wallet to do that. You really got to shell out a lot of money to join the fan club. It's a ton. I think it's like 0.03 cents. But if you do that, that's a step you're taking toward me. I'll take 400 steps towards you, Sifakazi. Will I sign a letter of appointment next month? Are we ready to find out what the deck has to say about that? This feels like it has the potential to be a yes. This is a card of advancement. This is a card of advancement in the realm of wisdom. This is a card of advancement in the realm of authority gained. Look, there's a million different ways you can read this symbol, Sifakazi. You can read this symbol as an educator, as a religious connection between basicness and divinity. You can read this as an oppressive authority figure that you hate. You can read this as a paternalistic bore, if you want. But one way or another, it's a bridge between the basic emperor and the more profound love. So, how can that apply to your situation, I ask? Mona, get over here. You know you can get a general card, Mona. But first, let me do Nessie because they've been so patient. Nessa, get over here, Nessa. Let's do an energy read upon you and Francis. I'm not going to answer, will you reconcile soon? Because that's on you, Queen. Nessa, you got to go make those calls. Nessa, are you going to, I don't know, are you going to reconcile? Good morning, Teacher D. Nessa, here's your card. All right, look, I'm just going to give it to you. Yeah, yes, you and Francis could reconcile as lovers soon. Yes. That is instantly interpretable as a yes to your question. Also, it's also interpretable, Nessa, as an invitation to the throne. How can you be the empowered part of that? How can you be the active part of that, Nessa? How can you stay in charge of that the way that a king does? Okay? Let us know. Darla Dempsey, what the bleep? Are you actually here or are you just blinking through? Holy smoke. Mona, get over here. Your general card is coming right up. Mona! Good morning, Mona. How you doing, Mona? I hope you're well. I hope you're well, sweet Mona. Darla bleepin' Dempsey's here. Mona, sweet Mona. Your card of the day on this July 10th, 2026 is my favorite card in the deck, Queen. The Empress Falls. Mwah. You are being invited to speak with this ultimate arbiter of the creation of life. This is the creation of life as a symbol, Mona. Heedless and almost adolescent in its energetic fountain effect. The Empress is not worried about the rules. The Empress is too busy making. Thank you, Blessing. Blessing, you're amazing. Thank you for all these blessings, Blessing. Mona, how can you access her power? How can you find newness and life in this moment and be as joyful as the Empress? Darla, you can get a... Yes, Darla, because you're one of my oldest friends out here. You can get a card for the week or two for the month. Oh, Darla, well, don't be shy about asking for double the amount as everybody else. I'm just teasing you. Darla Dempsey, your card for the week. Make things, Darla. Make things. Don't dream of making things. Don't imagine how you're going to make things. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that you're sick, Mona. Mona, I'm so sorry to hear that you're sick. I didn't know that you were, sick. Angel, that Empress could be going in any number of different directions. There's a level of complexity that we're not accessing in a one-card drop here, Mona. I'll just say that. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Darla, make things. Darla, actualize. Darla, materialize. Darla, stay busy. Do not falter. Blessing. Blessing, you've been so generous, Blessing. Will I get the job that I did the interview for yesterday? I don't know, Blessing. Let's find out what the cards have to say. Sweet Blessing wants to know if they're going to get the job. I don't know either. I'm going to say this to you, Blessing. This is not a crystal ball. I'm not here to tell the future. But I will offer a piece of energy that hopefully will be informative. Do. Huh. All right, here we go. Will I get the job that I did the interview for yesterday? Get over here, Blessing. Sometimes I don't have to even say a word. I don't know. Does it seem like that kid joyfully riding nude on a white horse, celebrationally in a field of sunflowers while divinity self smiles upon the whole situation, is a positive answer to your question or a negative one? I offer it to you. And look, the Hierophant's there, that symbol of advancement. Blessing, I like your odds. Hold up. Zuni Zoeni, what's going on over here? Zuni Zoeni, are you confessing to us that you've had a dark moment where you felt like ending your life? I'm sorry that you had to endure that. And then you say that a client invited you out and now you're going to go see her. Will it be good for you to go? Well, of course it's going to be good for you to go because it keeps you active in your life experience one way or another, even if it's bad. Zuni Zoeni. Look, Zuni Zoeni. Let's just find out what the cards have to say about the situation where you're going to go out. I am so sorry that you've been so in pain that you were considering darker thoughts like that. But Zuni Zoeni, you have a bleeping obligation to us here at Tarot Morning Wisdom to not go bleeping off yourself, all right? I insist. Stay with us, Zuni Zoeni. All right, here it is. Yes, exactly. Stay with us through the pain, through the challenges, through the difficulty. Understand that you are on a path that leads upward, not downward, and that sometimes that path requires us to take leaps of faith. Leaps of faith to hang ourselves up in an uncomfortable position as an act of faith that it's all going in the right direction, Zuni Zueni. And yes, of course, it's going to be good for you to go. There's a million different questions I have. You just feel like so lonely, Zuni Zueni. You know what? That is a solvable problem. Okay, well, you're right. I don't understand. You say you cried your eyes out for the past 3 hours. I'm sorry, Angel. Queen, there's hope. Hold on, I gotta go back to Blessing. Blessing, there's hope. There's hope. Blessing, yes, there's hope. Trust. Zuni Zueni. Everybody gather around Zuni Zueni. They're going through it right now. Everybody gather around Zuni Zueni. I'm sorry that you're going through it, Zuni Zueni. You've got to stay certain of your own value here, and you need to stay active. Oh, you did. That's right. I'm sorry, Zuni Zueni. Like you, as I've said earlier on this broadcast, it's surprisingly hard for me to retain tons of information. Anyway, Zuni Zueni, we're your friends here. You've got to stay with us, Zuni Zueni. Stay tough. We're all tough here, and we're all loving here, and we're gonna do it. Okay. Who's got a question for these cards? Key 07. Will me and my situationship get together? Thank you, Ernie. Emi. Sorry, I misread. Thank you, Emi. Look, Emi's supporting you. Florence is supporting you. Southern Girl's here. Good morning, Southern Girl. K.I. Key 07. Thank you, Jane Nair. Will me and my situationship get together? I don't know. What do you think? Key 07. Will you and your situationship get together? Here's what my deck has to say about it. This card ain't going nowhere today. Look, Key _07. This is a card of elemental evolutionary change. It's where one thing ceases and a new thing bursts to life. Does this apply to your situation? It's not the most romantic card I ever saw, but I'll say this, it's a card of giant shifts upward. I hope that applies to your situation. I'm curious. Don't be all alarmed, though. That's what I don't want you to get all wound up because you got the so-called death card. Just know that that's a symbol, not a promise. LOL. Jane Nair, who hit the fan club button, importantly, and signed on to my eternal gratitude. Thank you, Jane Nair. Will I close successfully my trade deals this month? I hope so, Jane Nair. And I'm going to open a door before we look to how will I close successfully my trade deals this month. I like the how because it presupposes success. Cards say, here's some advice. First of all, this is a positive card. So if you just want to sit in the passive mode and be like, tell me whether it's going to happen. Yeah, Queen of Swords is going to make sure that it happens. But the Queen of Swords is also here to say something about being the receptive side of royal power. Letting it come to you. Letting it come to you. Not being the pushy version of this. Not being the King of Swords, lording it all over everybody and telling people what to do. Being a little bit more chill. Not for a moment putting down your sword of truth. Seeing the situation with perfect bleeping accuracy. But not running around. And do you think she runs around for anybody? No. She's the queen. You be the queen. On the bottom of the deck, the idea of having peace in the realm of the mental. I hope that is comforting to you as well. Sweet Jane Eyre, will you promise to let us know how it goes? Hold on. Dylan, get over here. Everybody say good morning to Dylan. Thank you, Dylan, for joining the fan club. Will Darby go to prison? Honey, what's going on, Dylan? Dylan is asking if Darby's going to prison. I hope not, if that's your friend. And if it's your enemy, I hope so. Bleep and Darby, what happened? Oh, Dylan, for bleep's sake. Are you on the other end of it? I mean, you don't have to tell us anything. It's a DV situation, as they say. Will Darby go to prison? I don't know. We're suddenly in water. Yeah, you are. I'm so sorry, Dylan. Everybody gather around Dylan. Dylan's been in it with a domestic violence situation. We get that periodically here. It's brutal to hold. I am here to hold it for you and with you, Dylan. I'm so sorry that you've had to endure that. There are 4 other protective orders on him. You've found your way to a menace. Let's find out what the cards have to offer you in this moment. I'm not going to get too focused on whether or not Darby is going to anything's going to happen to this Darby bleep. But, I mean, maybe this is going to be some card that's going to say, yeah, he's going to jail. I hope so. But it's important for you to be the focus of this, too. Yeah, Dylan, in this case, this card, which goes straight to the cups and to the realm of the heart, is here to ask you something. Can you take care of yourself in this moment to 100% satisfaction? Can you walk up to... Think about it this way, Dylan. There you are. There's the more advanced version of you, okay? There you are. There's the version of you that got beat up. That got, and I use that metaphorically, I use that literally. I like, this is the version of you that suffered. Can you, the more advanced version, actively engage the hurt version and give yourself the healing that hurt version requires? That's self-love. Can you stare into the mirror and say, Dylan, I love you. You've been through such a bleeping war. This Darby situation, you've been through it, you've persevered. You are strong. You are strong when it comes to the heart. I love you, and I'm so grateful for you as a survivor that you made it through this really hard thing and that you learned from it. You didn't get ground to dust by this situation. You didn't lose. You, in fact, emerge a winner. That's all inside of that symbol, Dylan, and I really want that for you. Because, like, when you've been through that kind of a complex emotional, physical experience, it can leave all kinds of bad noise inside of your body, inside of your head. It can turn your head into a bleeping rat's nest, right? I need more coffee. I'll be right back in like 20 seconds. 20 seconds. I'm not going to Starbucks for it. I'm going over here. Oh, Dylan. I'm sorry you had to go through that, but with any luck, you only have to go through that once. With any luck, domestic violence is a one and done. Jennifer, get over here. You've been so patient. Jennifer got an open next to their name, which means that I can easily see their question. I hope court goes well, too. But look, Dylan, there's material world solutions to each and every one of those problems at the end of the day. My card was about, or your card, I should say, was about your emotional core and tending to that fire and tending to that absolute essential place of peace inside of yourself that allows you to go forward into the world and find the bleeping love that you deserve. This was not the love that you deserve. This was an education in the realm of love. It was a hard education. It continues to be a hard education. But it's there to strengthen you, not weaken you at the end of the day, right? Right, Jennifer? Will Michael and I reconcile in the future? I don't know, Jennifer. Do you want to reconcile with Michael in the future? Do you want? Yes, Dylan, if you want that. You can say it and believe it. You can live inside of that version of the world, or you can choose not to. I choose to. Okay, Jen, you and Michael. That card really wanted to be on top. All right, I'm gonna let it. All right, you want it. So, what can we say about you and Michael? Jen, you've been issued an assignment by my deck. You've been issued the assignment called the Sword of Truth. Good morning, Magic Marker. Good morning, Karen. The Sword of Truth lives right here in your stomach, okay? The Sword of Truth, good morning, Meow Mei, is that sense inside of yourself of what the right thing to do is. What's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to do? If you do the wrong thing, or the thing that goes against the Sword of Truth, it starts to twinge. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Say, that doesn't feel too good in my stomach. It feels kind of bad, actually. Listen to the voice that is that's holding this sword, and do what it says. Do it. Do it. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. We've got people with numbers next to their name. Muna's got an open next to their name. I have to front load the opens. You can get that by clicking that fan club button up there. Friends, I'm almost at 50,000 hearts. Can you do it? Can you push me over the wall? Friends? Look. Put your wallets away. I always say this is free, Muna. But if you can bonk me into a different realm of, if I can get 50,000 hearts, I guess this app thinks, oh, wow, Phones is really kicking ass. Oh, kicking butt. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Muna, is Juan playing games? Or is he genuine? And would this connection be long-term? I don't know, Muna. There's a lot of questions. You and Juan. Muna and Juan. Is Juan cute? I don't like the idea of Juan playing games. I'll say that, Muna. Muna and Juan. Muna and Bleepin' Juan. Get ready. Muna and Bleepin' Juan. I'm glad that you're laughing. I don't like that Juan's maybe playing games. I'll say it. Muna. You've been blessed by the beautiful Empress, my favorite card in the deck, easily. And this is a card of absolute creation, heedless creation, joyful creation across all four of the elements. She is the young mother of the deck. She is she's the beautiful shining fountain of energy, the fountain of youth, the fountain of newness and excitement. No, thank you, Adnan. I don't want to co-host your bleeping show. Thank you. That feels like an incredibly powerful and positive message from the deck as it pertains to you and Juan. There's no game playing inside of that. There's only the invitation. Now, I'm going to get to Helena and I'm going to get to Samara. Helena, was Danny lying about what he told me about Lily as a cover-up? Jesus Christ, is this like a soap opera, Helena? Let's break this down, guys. Okay, everybody gather around. Was Danny lying, A, about what he told me about Lily, B, as a cover-up, C? Jesus, Helena. Oh my God. Let's just get in here and find out what the cards have to say about Danny and you. What did he tell you about Lily that could be a cover-up? Oh my God. Look, don't tell us if you don't have to, or if it's going to put you in legally gray territory. Here we go, Helena. Was Danny lying about what he told me about Lily as a cover-up? That may be bastard. Okay, Helena. Helena, are you ready for your card? Helena, are you with me? Hey, Kathy Karaoke, what the hell? Where you been? I've been up here. Kathy Karaoke. You just have trust issues. Fair enough. Well, look, who doesn't at some point or another? Yeah. Okay. Helena, was Danny lying about what he told me about Lily as a cover-up? You're torturing yourself. You're torturing yourself. It's the Eight of Swords. You're driving yourself crazy. You've put yourself on the watery beach. There's too many things happening in your brain, and they're causing you to feel constricted. Optional. Real strength, real number 8 style strength comes not from surrounding yourself by a bunch of thoughts that are negative and hard and difficult to navigate that make you feel like you are trapped. No. Strength comes from releasing yourself from those kind of mental prisons and experiencing a world where you aren't trapped by the realm of the mind. I hope that hits. Because that to my mind is saying something about, like, wow, after all of that plot, maybe you're just driving yourself nuts. You ever think of that? Samara, how does Roy feel about me? Well, Samara, how do you feel about Roy? Oh, anytime, yeah, maybe. Samara, how do you feel about Roy? Good morning, Saima. Good morning, Saima. How do you feel about Roy, Samara? Is he cute? Does he have that twinkle in his eye? You love him deeply and he's making me question it all. All right, let's see what the cards have to say about Samara and Roy. But we do the relationship things, but he doesn't want a relationship. Samara, that's a red flag. That's a red flag, Samara. I'm going to just say that to you as an old person on the internet, all right? As an old person on the internet and a father of a daughter, a grown daughter, 18 years old, if my grown daughter was like, we do relationship things, but he doesn't want a relationship, I'd be like, Queen. Anyway, before we do one more thing, let's just find out what the cards have to say about you and Roy. Look who's here. It's the Eight of Cups again. And Samara, this is a card that says, walk away from the known. Go on a journey elsewhere, towards places you have not yet explored in the realm of emotion. Walk away from the known, Cups. Go find something different, question mark? Additive, question mark? I don't know, but that's Pam saying that in her artwork. On the bottom of the deck is 10 cups of satisfaction if you want it, if it's static, but if it's a verbal 10, it's a crescendo, it's an ending. So Samara, I sense that there's lots of opportunities to go deeper inside of that question and get more exploratory. Thank you for sharing the live, Preet. I appreciate that. Okay, Vagilaka. Yeah, okay, well, like, as long as it hits. Vagilak 69. I would like to know if I should get back with my ex. Wouldn't we all like to know if we should get back with our exes? Let's find out what the cards have to say. And I thank you, I'm responding. Vagila 69. I'm responding right now. Should you get back with your ex? Can we get a drum roll, please? Can we get a drum roll, please, on whether or not Vagilak 69 needs to return to their ex or not? Cards, the pressure's on. This is a no, Vagilak. Vagilak, this is a no. Boom. It's the Hermit. The Hermit stands alone and empowered, Vagilak. That's you right now. You need to stand alone and empowered. It is not saying never, ever, ever. It's saying not right now. Not right now. It's time to... No, don't be all sad. This is a suggestion that you have deep power waiting for you in some level. Like, the Hermit is a tough person. The Hermit is strong in a way that requires profound contemplation. Don't shy away from your hermit duties, Queen. They're there for a reason. That's right, Kathy Karaoke. Kathy Karaoke gets it. Oh my God, Pabina, are you trying to get a visa? I just got mine. Not an easy task. Not an easy task, am I right? But I don't dispense Serbian visas here on Terra Morning Wisdom. And you're asking, it's almost like you're asking me for one. Hold on, I gotta do Beth. Beth, will Jackson and I reconcile, please? Please, Beth, yes. We will look at you and Jackson. What do my cards have to tell you as it pertains to you and Jackson? Oh, friends, we're so close to 50,000 hearts. Will you put me over the edge, please? Does it make you want to do it if I go, please? Look, I'll go the other way. No, I don't need your bleeping hearts. Everybody stop giving me hearts. Beth, will Jackson and I reconcile, please? Beth, you've been handed an assignment by my deck, and that is to climb upon your passion horse and ride, ride, ride. Beth, are you prepared to get active in this Jackson situation? Beth, are you prepared to climb on that horse and go get what you desire on a mission? Beth, no waiting around, Beth. Sorry. Preet. Hold on, Preet. I'm going to answer you, Preet. I'm looking for your question. Hold your horses, Preet. Where the bleep is your question, Preet? Preet! Where's your Oh, Preet. There it is. Preet! The last 48 times that you addressed the chat, it was to ask if I would answer the question. You didn't restate the question. What's your question, King? Queen? I don't know. Oh, Preet, tell me again. What's up, Janine Jones? How you doing, Queen? Kathy Karaoke, work is stressful right now. Will it get better, or will I leave and find a new job? Work is stressful right now. Will it get better, or will I leave and find another? Hey, Kathy Karaoke, can I please change a couple of words in that? Should I leave and find a new job? Work is stressful right now. Well, first of all, Kathy Karaoke, congratulations on having a bleeping job in 2026. What's that like? Kathy Karaoke asks, will my stressful job get better, or must I leave? Ooh, Kathy Karaoke. Why are you catching an Ace of Cups on this? Kathy Karaoke, why are you catching a big, loud message about love in this. Love in the capital L sense. There it is, Preet. Thank you. Capital L love, meaning like not just like the happy, joyful version of emotion, but the entire global realm of emotion. The good, the bad, the painful, the not painful, the happy, the like, you know, like the healing, all in that divine hand. Why are you being shown something about that loud of an expression of love and power? That's what you're being shown, and then you're being shown a Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. It is Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. And I am going through, I see you, Janine. I'll get to you, Janine. But I want to make sure that I get Preet first, because they've been patient. Preet! Please report to the front of the broadcast, Preet. You have finally reached the moment. That's right, Preet. Everybody say hello to Preet. You've been patient, and now it's time for me to drop a card on your question, which is as follows. Will I meet my person soon? And I'm going to add a word to that, potentially Preet, which is how. How might I meet my person soon? How can Preet meet their person soon? Preet, you have some sword clearance to do, Preet. Preet, you have 10 swords to think about. Now, 10 swords as a symbol is the overwhelmed human mind filled with negative thoughts, positive, all thoughts, but crunch. And the suggestion of this card is, is it time to close the loop here? Is it time to close the loop here on these negative thoughts, on these painful thoughts? Is it time to transcend them? Is it time to clear these swords away and create space within my mind? Preet, it seems like there might be some work to do in that regard. And then on the bottom of the deck, Preet, is the Star card from the Major Arcana saying, how can you channel your most authentic self here and empower the situation with your most authentic version? The fearless version of yourself that knows deep connection to the divine and is safe inside of that connection and requires no armor, no swords. Watch out for the swords, friends. It's Tarot Morning Wisdom. My name is Open Phones, and I'm throwing cards at your questions for free. Thank you. We're almost at 50,000 hearts. Thank you. Oh, my God. Hold on, Vaja. I got to get to like a million other people first. I can't do 2 for you and then do 0 for somebody else. Right, Lily? Get over here, Lily. My guy best friend, Drew, I like the quotation marks, says, he likes me, but I'm not sure if I like him back. Do I? Everybody gather around Lily, please. Lily, get over here. Lily, do I sense in your question a degree of youth? Lily, are you a very young person? Lily, do I like him? Peg Fazio says go for it. Look, we're all here to offer our 2 cents together, right, Lily? To repeat, my guy best friend Drew says he likes me, but I'm not sure if I like him back. Do I? Lily, you're handing a lot of power to a stranger on the internet right now, Lily. Luckily, I'm benevolent, Lily. I'm not going to lead you astray. I'm going to tell you what my deck says about you and this Drew person. Does Lily like Drew? Huh. Well, I'll say this. It's the king of the real world. It's as opposed to the world of emotion, the world of thought, the world of passion. This is the king of actuality, all right? The king of actuality. Is this Drew your king of actuality? How do you feel about this king of actuality? Do you like him? Do you like him? Hold on. All right, Lily, get over here. I like your question so much, I'm going to give you an Andromeda's breadbasket. Basically, friends, what that is that's my 4-card relationship spread that I do on occasion when called to it. What if we kick this into the breadbasket, Lily? If we do that, Savage Queen, please take a chill pill, Savage Queen. I'm not going to respond positively to 1 million postings of the word me. Thank you. I'll get to you, I promise. Lily, is that you? Are you the king of your material condition? Is card number 2 Drew? And do we see the maximum amount of emotion there? He likes you. I guess he does. Okay, Lily. If this is true, then what is the energy between you and Drew? Recommended or actual? It is the angel of temperance that falls. It is a divine balance and the ability to turn garbage into gold. This is absolute healing and that's 7 plus 7. This is a beautiful energy to have between two friends. All right, this could be a friend energy or a lover energy, but it's healthy. What's the recommendation of the breadbasket here? Card number 4 drops. Here's what you should make real now, according to the Andromeda's breadbasket. Passion. Pursue passion. Pursue creativity. Pursue procreativity and pursue spirit on your horse and ride. Also, embrace the year of the fire horse. Ride on. Push. Look. The cards have spoken. I hope that hits. Thank you, Annie. I appreciate that. You got into an argument. I understand. Janine Jones, come collect your love card because you, of course, have a permanent... Oh, we got over 50,000 hearts. Thank you, friend. Janine Jones, you've obviously made the leap into the fan club. You've clicked the fan club button up there and gotten your open next to your name. I appreciate that. It's deeply important to me to see those little connections happen. Thank you, Janine. Are you ready for your love card, Janine Jones? I'm well. Hey, Jennifer Ann. How are you, Jennifer Ann? How's the cards coming along for you, Jennifer Ann? Janine Jones, your card for your love card for this Friday, July 10th, 2026, is as follows. Strength through peace, Janine Jones. Strength through peace. Strength through peace. Strength through peace. Janine Jones, can you access strength through? Okay, Jesus Christ, Savage Queen. This seems like a tarot emergency. Savage Queen, will you please repeat your question? Because now when I go through the chat, all I see is you saying the word me. What's your question, Savage Queen? Let's see here. Jennifer Ann, you're doing the cards every week, 3 card pulls for each zodiac sign. There you go, Jennifer Ann. That's a beautiful way to engage. Looking for opens. Well, I mean, Jennifer's got her open. I know that. Annie's got her open. Annie, did you have a question for these cards? I just don't want to miss anybody that clicked the fan club link, because that'd be dumb. Now, Savage Queen, there you go. Thank you, Savage Queen. Anything that I can think of. Get over here, Savage Queen. Everybody say hello to the Savage Queen. Good morning, Savage Queen. Are you ready, Savage Queen? Are you ready, Savage Queen? For your card of the day, Savage Queen? Here it comes. Here it comes. Should we look at it together? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Card of the day for Savage Queen is as follows. I'm not looking at it. Savage Queen. Passion. Passion, Savage Queen. Total passion. The rod of fire is in your hands, Savage Queen. What are you going to create today, Savage Queen? What are you going to be inspired by today, Savage Queen? What are you going to, cause to burst forward into fiery life, Savage Queen? Savage Queen, get in there. Let us know how it goes, sweet Savage Queen. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Caro's here. Good morning, Caro. Good morning, Paris. I'm going through the chat. Chauncey, get over here. Does my ex-boyfriend Paul still like me? I love the quotes. Paris. Okay, Chauncey. Ready for an up and down vote on whether Paul still thinks you're hot and cool? Here it comes, Chauncey. Does Chauncey's ex-boyfriend Paul still like him? Chauncey, my deck wishes for you to put an end to this sentence. Make it stop in the realm of the mind. Think of these swords at the 10 of Swords as they impale this dead corpse of a concept on the beach. as exclamation points at the end of a sentence, Chauncey. Look, I might be being a tiny bit strident here, but I feel like it might be warranted. It's your ex-boyfriend. It's your ex-boyfriend. Let it end. Chauncey, let it end. You can do it, Chauncey. Reagan, get over here, Reagan. I saw you drift in, Reagan. I'm looking for your comments, Reagan. Reagan, there it is. My name is Reagan. Am I going to get over the fear of being loved again? And oh, that's a good question. I'm glad you insisted, Reagan. Reagan, everybody say hi to Reagan. Hi, Reagan. Am I going to get over the fear of being loved again? And will it happen soon? Honey, I'm sorry that you're scared. Can I just say that it's scary? The realm of, well, all of them. All of the realms of the world, but the realm of the heart is scary sometimes. I understand that you can develop a nice case of protective swords-based fear. Reagan wants to know how they can get out from under a sense of fear about being loved again. Okay. Okay, Reagan. Here it comes, Reagan. How are you going to get over the fear of being loved again, Reagan? Cards say, start here, in the swords. Reagan, you don't have a heart problem, you've got a brain problem. Let this be your invitation to chill the bleep out in the realm of the brain. Clear those swords away, Reagan. How do you create a simple set of... Okay, Adrian, I get the question. I beg you to stop repeating it. Please, Adrian, please. I'll do it next. Reagan, how can you chill? Adrian, I swear to God, I'm a heartbeat away from blocking you just out of the sense I've been doing this for 3 hours. Chill out. Reagan, how can you create peace inside of your mind? All right, Adrian, did you bleep and get the message that you don't need to repeat the question 1 billion times? Get over here. Do I think that you'll excel in your course right now, which is Baycom? I don't know what the bleep that is. Sorry, Adrian, you got on my nerves. Look, I'm going to do your question, though. Ready, Adrian? Are you ready for your bleeping question to get answered? I don't want to block people on this broadcast. Sometimes it's tempting. Do the cards sense that you're going to excel in your course right now? Yes, Adrian. Yes. Adrian, I'm answering each and every one of your questions. Yes. All right. Do the work, Adrian. Holy moly. You've been here for longer? I'm sorry. Well, what's your question emoji with somebody holding their hands up? I know, Annie. Well, look, it worked. I did answer the question. Oh, my Lord. It's been 3 bleeping hours, friends. Thank you so much for an incredible Friday morning broadcast. We got to do a communal card. Get over here. We're doing a communal card. Card for the whole room. Are you ready for it? Jesus, that's an interesting one. Hold on a second, stop. I'm doing Janice's question. Has your son reincarnated as a grandbaby? Janice, on the way out, you captured my imagination with that card. The question. First of all, Janice, I'm so sorry if that means that your son has passed. I am certainly not overlooking that. I hope that you're okay, Janice. Let's just throw a card at this and see what the deck has to say about this very curious question. Janice asks, has my son, or has son, I assume that's my son, reincarnated as a grandbaby? I really do love the strange optimism of that. Ready, Janice? Here it comes. Has Janice's son reincarnated as a grandbaby? Well, okay, Janice, this doesn't necessarily... curiously, the cards aren't interested in going directly at that. there's some directionality required in your world, in the realm of the mind. I don't know. Is there somebody trying to pull the wool over your eyes in this moment? Are you trying to pull the wool over somebody else's eyes in this moment? Is there some struggle for directionality in the realm of ideas in this moment, Janice? Look, the Ace of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. I guess that could also just say something around how swords can muddy the water of the heart, but I don't know. I don't feel like that's not a strong enough response for me to be like, oh, Janice, it's this or it's that. Thank you for calling me a Jeff Goldblum avatar, sweet one girl Jessie. You know I appreciate that. All right, everybody, I'm doing a communal card. Get ready, gather around. This is going to be the Tarot Morning Wisdom card that I take for my day today, but I offer it to each and every one of you. Get ready. Are you ready? Are you set? Here we go. Oh, tell me what it is. Give me good news, baby. The Emperor card drops. We're talking about the Divine Emperor here. We're talking about the idea of being capable of taking all of your dreams and turning them into reality. We're talking about Floki's mom, kisses. We're talking about the ability to manifest that which we desire, which we need, which we want, which will be the tabletop upon which we sprout upward towards more complex and interesting and powerful divine rungs of the ladder, if you will. And I will. I want to be an emperor. I want to be able to create within the four corners of my square the peaceful space that will allow something that once existed in the realm of the mind to exist in the realm of the real. Go out there and realize everything that you need to realize today with an emperor's calm, peace, and sanctity. And know that I'll be doing that right alongside of you. Thank you for an amazing and fun and satisfying broadcast, as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Open Phones, and I am available if you want to talk to me one-on-one. Reach out in the DMs if you don't know how to do that. Otherwise, you can go to my links and book. Kisses. I'll say this. I'm not promoting anything. Look, I'm on Instagram right now under my real name. I did launch that. And I'm sorry I didn't get to you, Queen. I've got to go. It's been 3 hours and 3 minutes. All right? 3 hours. What do you want from me? I'm dancing as fast as I can. I got to rest my feet. If you're curious what my real name is and how to see me on the Instagram app, where I will be shifting vibes away from the kind of TikTok energy to a more Instagram energy. I like you so much, Princess Leia. Then let me know and I'll point you in that direction. I send you love and kisses and gratitude, true gratitude. Thank you for making this such an incredible community. I rely upon you guys as much as, if anybody relies upon any of these cards, I rely upon you guys as much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you on Monday, if not before. Mwah! You have a lot of charm, Princess. All right, I'm out. This is Open Phones. This is Tarot Morning Wisdom saying until Monday, have a great weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.